news conference on Wednesday regarding an officer-involved shooting death. Birmingham Police Chief Michael Pickett released the police body camera footage surrounding that event, which was covered by ABC 3340 News.
The shooting officer attempts to issue a verbal command to the individual to show his hands. At that exact moment, the individual produced a handgun from what appeared to be the front pocket of his hoodie. And in response to that immediate threat, the officer discharged one round from his service weapon, striking the individual.
I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun. ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
I work with a toddler sometimes. Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. In the studio with me, Eddie Bader. How you doing today, Eddie?
I'm doing good. I see we're still on our anti-festive kick.
Oh, no, I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. You know.
Okay.
No, it's just that you're wearing that shirt, and then what is that you're drinking from Dunkin' Donuts?
Well, as you know, going to the beach for...
Did you do what you just did on camera?
Sure, Joey, I'll do that.
Yeah. And I just look over and I see him like sucking on that straw, and I'm like, what is that? What womanly drink are you sipping?
This is a frozen hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm just helping my body get ready for the beach,
Yes,
baby.
helping the body get
That's
ready
right.
for the beach.
That's right.
I think maybe we have Erica Thomas calling.
Oh,
in.
cool.
But while we're possibly waiting on her call, did you see that the January 6th pipe bomber suspect has been arrested by the FBI? And it's not the Blaze report. It's identified as Brian Cole. Some sources saying ties to anarchist ideology. I'm like, are we talking whiskered men with bombs?
That's what I'm wondering, Joey.
Are we talking like Tolkien? I think we're more in whiskered men with bombs territory. If any of this is true, I think Pam Bondi, FBI searching DC pipe bomb suspect's home is apparently happening now. Pam Bondi to give a press conference here before too long. Pam, you get out there, Pam. You do a great job, Pam.
You better sell this, because I got to be honest, man. Just as an everyday guy, my knee-jerk reaction is we need to be looking what the other hand is doing.
And you know that thing, though, that Scott Besant was at yesterday, where he called it the New York Times at the New York Times
right
book thing?
Face,
right in
yes.
the face. It was fantastic.
Yes.
Like, well done, Mr. Besant, Secretary Besant. Erica Kirk is there today. Now, a lot of clips coming out of that. And finally, the guys that were Charlie Kirk's friends are still his friends, responded to Candace Owens on the Charlie Kirk
Oh,
show.
really?
So we'll have to get into that.
Oh, yeah. That'd be very interesting.
And I don't know what to think. I'll be blunt. I haven't liked Candace Owens since I saw her 10 years ago on Joe Rogan for the first time. I thought she was
you think she's fake or
yes.
what?
Yes. I
Plant
thought
kind of fake?
No, I wouldn't even go there. But where my mind goes, if I could write the script of what's going to happen next, is no, I shouldn't say it.
I know what I'm thinking, but
no, French Special Forces are going to take her out with Brigitte Macron's, chopped off, petrified member. So Candace was kind of right. No, it's absurd. I think it is absurd. And okay, lady, you got the receipts. Go ahead. But I think there are a lot of folks that just want the sizzle. They want sizzle.
Yeah,
More and more sizzle, more and more
there are,
questions.
but do you not see this as just like a soap opera stuff?
Yes. Yes, but it's also at this point, like 3 months in, like it's a little like, screw you, bitch. Excuse me, pardon me.
No, I'm
like
I'm
I'm a little
just, let things go.
Like how many other people are you going to accuse? The whole world?
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway, excuse me, pardon
But
me.
I do like what she did with Macron.
Oh yeah,
not a fan of the
But that's
French, so
why it would be
you-
amazing
You
if
go
like
have fun with them guys.
that's
all
the
you want.
special forces like Jael and Judges 5 or 4, like killing the
Watch out now.
with the tent peg.
Watch out, the French.
Yeah,
Choke you with
I
a
don't
white
wish
handkerchief.
death on anybody. I'm just saying if I could write a ridiculous script,
There's
like
your
a South Park
opportunity.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's. Who's this on line 1? You're on there.
This is Erica Thomas.
Hey,
Hello,
Erica.
Thomas. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good. It's a
We're
little
all
rainy
right.
down here.
Yeah, a little miserable outside
Mhm.
and cold, very cold.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, no. I have to go to North Alabama tomorrow, so I guess I'll have to bundle up.
Yes. Bring your scarf.
Oy.
Now, do you have any?
I was listening to what all y'all were talking about, and everything you talk about, I'm like, I'm so into all of it. But I think the craziest thing is the pipe bomb.
Yep.
The lady that was accused that really didn't do it. Oh,
Yep.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be nuts.
Yep.
And too bad for that Blaze reporter who put that out
Yes.
there.
I mean, what were you thinking? It was crazy. I don't know. They didn't really do a correction. I mean, they corrected the story, but they didn't flat out come and say,
Right.
not that we were wrong. And that's what we do at 18 Action News. We rarely make that. We don't make that big of a mistake, but a lot of times if we do make any mistake, we will do a whole section in the story and say, hey guys, sorry about this. This is the correct information. Kind of the way we've always done it. I think it's really important to just acknowledge when you do something that wrong. And I'm curious to see if there's going to be a lawsuit come out of this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see down the road here. And then on top of that, have you been following the whole Candace Owens, weaving her webs?
See, I love Candace Owens. I just appreciate her research, her details that she comes out. And she's another one of those, if she makes a mistake, she will come out and say, let me correct this. I haven't heard anything that she said that she doesn't have some type of receipt for. And I think that's important. I mean, why wouldn't you want to hear her out on everything she's saying? Now, the stuff about her assassination attempt, I think that's a little bit unimportant for the masses. I think it's something you should definitely report and be concerned about. But when you're in this business, when you're in the public eye, you're going to get death threats. It just happens. I mean, it's unfortunate and it needs to be investigated, but I wouldn't do a story about my own death threats. It's just not, it's not something, never make the news.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't want to make yourself the news.
Though in this day and age, that's kind of what people, especially with the massive online followings, do. And in a second, before too long, folks, we'll play, we'll kind of start and stop at the segment that the folks there at Turning Point USA did on the Charlie Kirk show in response to Candace and why they've been quiet about it. Invited her on to join a live stream, actually, and talk to them. I don't know if she'll accept.
I think that the really good thing to watch is Candace Owens watching that. And she goes through and says, oh, I didn't say that. I mean, there's actually things in there that they're saying she said that she didn't say.
Okay.
I'm sure that, people who just think she's a Looney Tune, which, I mean, I can understand why people would think she's crazy. She probably is going a little crazy at this point. And sometimes she does say things that are just off the wall. But if you really listen to her, you know that some of the stuff that's being said about her is not true. And I think it's important to give her that opportunity to say, I never said this. And there actually are things in there that she never said.
Well, and again, I'll just reiterate, my discount of her goes back over a decade ago when she first kind of showed up on the scene. I'm like, interesting, but whatever. And, also I'm on this kick of like a person says a thing I don't like. And you know how people are so quick, they're dead to me forever.
Are you doing that now, Joey?
And it's like, no, like, let's watch this. No. I don't even know these people. Let's just watch it play out. And like, yeah. Anyway, you also have been incredibly busy, Erica Thomas. Incredibly busy. Let's start. Where should we start? Well, let's start with these online cults. I've saw more detail about this on the Sean Ryan show, where this guy was walking him through. What is this? Roblox or Roblox?
Yeah,
Roblox
or something.
Roblox.
Like that. Yeah.
And so
kind of sounds like Roadblock.
Yeah.
You have 3 Alabama families seeking justice because of some of these cults trying to lure children in.
Yes, now we've done a story before on the Covington County father who filed a lawsuit against Roblox Corporation. That lawsuit was that an individual met his daughter on Roblox, lured her in, got her to actually meet him in person at a fast food restaurant, and then took her to another location and tried to rape her, allegedly.
My God.
So he filed this lawsuit. And he's not the only one. There's a bunch of families from, if you look it up in court records, like federal court records, it's just Roblox. There's just lawsuit after lawsuit. So many parents are raising concerns about this. There's been children really, really hurt. So Roblox came out, they put some new safety guards in. But since then, 2 other Alabama families have filed lawsuits against Roblox, claiming that similar crimes were committed against their children. So we keep following that. But, it's just hard to say if these safeguards are really working at all. It appears that really an individual can find their way into these platforms and harm children. They're predators. They're going to do what they find they can do. They may pose as a 14-year-old themselves, and that's how they first get the child, and then they get them out, by themselves out of their home, and they could snatch them. So Pam Bondi came out, and now as far as Pam Bondi's concerned, anytime she says anything, I'm like, here we go. Like, it's going to be the big bad Bondi, But this time what she's doing is very, very important, and this is strong words that she had. She said, no child should ever be terrorized or exploited online. So true, Pam Bondi. Let me be clear, Pam Bondi said, she's now indicted or gotten indictments against 5 leaders of what she calls Greggy's cult. And this is one of many online cults where these perverts come out of and prey on vulnerable children. In some cases, vulnerable adults are being victims. Yeah. And so these people are from all over the United States. We've got California, Colorado, even Hawaii, where these people are from. And they basically get together. They become a network, and they do violence against people. And so it's really crazy that there's been this whole, background conspiracy group doing this to hurt children.
Well,
but it sounds like something out of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And especially how the company itself has clearly not tried to stop it. Mm-mm. Like they have no interest in actually, they might occasionally put out a press release, but they have the technical means. They could probably put it into this.
Oh yeah, certainly.
It has not stopped.
Or at least they can help the FBI investigate these cases. The safeguards that they put in were stuff that they should have had a long time ago. And they didn't put those in until actual lawsuits started getting filed, but they had people complaining long before those lawsuits were filed. Mm-hmm. They had people that were arrested in connection to this stuff, and they did nothing for a long time. So it's good that they're doing it, but if I had a child, there's no way I'd let him on that platform.
Now, shifting gears here, crazy story from your neck of the woods in South Alabama. McGill-Toolen football player indicted after accusations he urinated on a freshman and assaulted him with a deodorant can.
Yeah. Some headlines, you never imagine that you'd write something like that.
Real quick, though,
it's
Eddie got all
crazy.
tight-lipped when I read that headline. What?
You never played sports?
Well, let's hear the whole story.
Okay, rough initiation. I remember a lot.
No, that's called hazing when people pee on you. And when we say hit with a deodorant can, it sounds like it's not that serious, but this was so serious that this kid got a brain injury. He was concussed, lost his vision, still can't see good enough to play football, and had to undergo multiple surgeries. I mean, this was a straight up
over the top
ambush. It was one of those aerosol deodorant cans. I mean, it was not a little, because I remember when I was in band, one time I threw a water bottle at a friend and it hit her in the face and gave her a black eye. And it was actually not to be mean. I was tossing it to her to give it to her. But I felt so bad about that. It wasn't anything like that. It was like this was an attack. This was purposely done with force, allegedly. Now, we don't name the child. This is a child that has been indicted on an assault charge. At first, they had a first-degree assault charge, but now they've downgraded that to third degree. But there's also this civil lawsuit that the mom of the freshman child who was attacked, that's where all the information is in that civil lawsuit. So she filed this claiming negligence. This is a Catholic school, so the Archdiocese of Mobile is named in the lawsuit, along with the school, the principal, the athletic director at the time, and the football coach at the time, which this all happened last spring. And apparently the upperclassmen urinated on this child multiple times while he was taking a shower before class. And so finally the kid had enough, and he filled up a bottle with pee himself, and he went and poured it on the upperclassmen. Well, that is what sparked the anger, and allegedly what happened with the aerosol can.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I mean, the child is no longer able to play sports. It's really sad. I think at some point this got out of hand. I think it might have been out of hand from the beginning. I think peeing on someone is just next level. I don't know. I'm not a boy. I was never in a locker room, with the boys. But something about urinating on someone is just, ugh. No, I think that's too far.
Yeah, I never had anybody pee on me, Eddie.
What?
I'll sip more of your Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
You ever had frozen hot chocolate, Erica?
No. What? No.
Yeah, Eddie is sitting here sipping a massive, that's got to be 32 ounces.
It's a large.
Like, how many calories are in anyway?
I'm guessing about 3,000.
I'm just questioning his credibility in general and his reaction to this story. He's from a different generation.
A totally different generation. Yeah. And this wasn't good to get peed on, but I'm sure it happens in locker rooms, especially growing up in sports.
No, it shouldn't happen anywhere.
I agree. I'm glad those things have changed.
You definitely went to a public school.
Oh, yes.
I will say we had initiation. I was on dance line. I was also a cheerleader, but on dance line, when we did that, we had to undergo initiation, what we called it.
Yeah.
And so on initiation night, they would do something crazy. Like, my aunt was only 2 years older than me, and she was our dance captain. So she was in charge when I was initiated, and she put me through it extra. I mean, they drew on us, gave us goofy clothes and all that kind of stuff. But I remember her year when she was initiated, they put X-Lax in their brownies and took them camping.
Oh, my.
Different time.
Yeah.
Oh, I got offered X-Lax brownies. I turned them down. This is why I don't take food. All my friends, they took them, and the girls thought it was so funny.
Sure.
See, these days, if you did that, you probably get arrested.
Or you're going to jail.
Oh no, we got them back. One of the girls was incredibly frightened of clowns, so we printed out a bunch of photos of scary clowns, pasted them on her windows and on her car, facing into her house, and then set off bottle rockets about 1 a.m. And it worked.
That's good. That's good stuff. It makes me want to do like a prank on somebody, but these days you just can't do stuff like that.
Well, also the escalation of it is where this definitely went wrong. And to throw a full aerosol can, hit somebody in the head, all of a sudden they're now brain damaged. You can't see correctly. Yeah, I see why there's a civil lawsuit. Just crazy stuff.
Next level.
And let's close out with this one. You highlighted that Larry Elder, I haven't heard his name in a while, essentially saying that if the accused Birmingham serial killer would get more attention if he were white. And this guy, killed 18 people over the period of 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, it was really about 1.5 years, but his name is Damian McDaniel. He is a black man from Birmingham. He's a suspect in, a lot of people remember the 5 Point South shooting that killed, I think, 4 people, injured multiple people at Hush Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
He was a suspect in that, in another shooting at Trendsetters that killed multiple people. He also killed an off-duty Birmingham firefighter.
I thought he was just an assassin.
That was his first. That was his first killing. Come to find out, according to prosecutors, he's a murder for hire type guy.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's not like,
Dahmer.
Michael Myers serial killer.
Yeah.
It's like he's making money. He's a thug that makes money to do this. But Larry Elder took the opportunity, noticed that really it's not getting a lot of attention on the national level, which is true. I looked it up. Fox News did it. They did the story one time. So he said, if this was a white dude, this would be wall-to-wall coverage, basically. And so I thought it was an interesting thing to say. I thought it was something interesting to think about. How we handle black and white suspects and victims is different in the media, or not we, but how a lot of outlets handle them is different. And so it's always an interesting topic, something to discuss, and I think that's kind of where he was going. Let's talk about this. Would this news story generate, a larger audience if the suspect were white? And who knows? I mean, it's all, your opinion, what you think. And we like to blame the media outlets, but also it's the people reading.
Yes.
If a story gets a lot of attention, it's because people are reading it, not because an outlet did it.
I see what Larry was going for, but calling him a serial killer is where he makes a mistake. I mean, if it had been a white assassin, murder for hire guy who killed 18 black folks, I think it would be a massive story still. But yeah, it's not. When I saw serial killer, I thought this was like, the Zodiac killer or something, but in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he meets the technical definition of a serial killer, and so that's why people are calling him that. I mean, he is technically a serial killer. It's just the motive is a little bit different. Allegedly. He's not convicted of anything.
Well done. Well,
allegedly, in my opinion, reportedly.
This segment has flown by, and safe travels up the spine of Alabama in the coming day. And
traffic's been terrible going up 65 the last couple of months, so I'm really hoping tomorrow will be better.
Well, and if folks want to check out what you're working on, or maybe want to get in touch with you about a story or some possible lead, how can they do so?
You're definitely going to want to go to 1819news.com, see my stories, not only my stories, but all the stories of all the amazing people we have. On each story, you'll see our name. You can click on our name and see all the stories we've worked on. I highly recommend going to mine because I did like 10 stories yesterday, and they were really, really good. Actually, my mom said, she called me and she was like, you had really good stories today. And I was like, well, you say that like I don't every other day, but thank you. Anyway, so head over to 1819news.com. You can also email me directly, erica.thomas@1819news.com. And you can subscribe to our newsletter. You get an email each morning of all the stories that we think you would want to see. You're only going to get one email a day unless there's some crazy breaking news. So head over to 1819news.com and please become a member.
Appreciate you as always, Erica.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. And that's Erica Thomas there at 1819news.com.
She does have a
Check it
lovely
out.
mother. We met her at the Tucker Carlson thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Lovely mother.
The Albert Patterson Gala event.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Where all the motorcycles were at.
Yeah, you were excited about that.
I did talk to some of the guys out there. They told me how many there were and how many there were in the basement to still be done. And they've got a 3D printed motorcycle. They invited me to come back and see. Very cool place.
I also, earlier, I could feel the judgment about, like, oh, kids, you stupid. Like, that wasn't even that rough. Like, was really the hazing that crazy, or was it just like...
No, I remember, and it's gotten softer over years, but I remember when, again, public schools, but I remember when 7th grade, when people would go to Capitol Heights, they had a term for it, like rat 'em or something, but they would put makeup all over their face and rip their clothes up a little bit, maybe even, punch them twice. And then, they had to walk home like that.
Oh, no, we had a thing where you would be teamed up with a senior as a freshman, and they'd make you do embarrassing crap, including stuff like what you just described.
I
mean, then that went away. When I was a senior, I don't think we did that.
In DOD schools, we were on swim team, and the hazing was a little bit different then. You would get hung up on the bus by your underwear for some of the rides that were like 8 to 10 hours away.
God.
Or the best, not the best, but what happened to me was the whole Bengay on the undercarriage treatment.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
Get on the bus for about 8 hours.
It's all over the crotchal area?
Yeah.
That's not fun. Wait, were there some guys that go,
There was
joke's on you, this is great?
No, there was no guys like that. It was just a lot of pain for a few hours and being young, wondering why am I on fire?
No, I could see one guy be like, I've been training for years for this.
I always wondered as I got older, who was the guy that
Came up with it?
No, that did the applying.
Oh, who did the
Because I was asleep.
Oh, you were asleep.
Yeah.
And somebody did this to you, applied this to you.
Yeah.
Your whole got real intimate with you.
Yes.
That's kind of sexual assault,
That's why, yeah.
But you just don't go to the police in your day, right?
At that day, no, it was, that's when I knew.
Yeah.
On the bus ride home, even though I was in a ton of pain and probably wanted to cry, I was in.
Now, if somebody fondled me with Ben Gay,
They didn't
while
really
I
fondle
was
me. Let's
passed
not go
out,
there, Joey. That's not what it was.
How do you apply Ben Gay?
You just squeeze the tube.
If somebody rubbed it on you,
they probably used a feather or something. I don't know.
No, okay. It doesn't seem very efficient. Hopefully they use gloves or something.
I would like to think that, I don't know. It was just a different time, Joey. It was a much different time.
Just your reaction so disproportionate to the younger folks talking about this.
Look,
It's
do
funny.
we not agree there's been a huge softening of America?
Sure.
Okay. Now, granted, I'm not pro-bullying or nothing, but
yeah,
bully did toughen some people. It toughened me up for sure.
Sure. But no, like if I'm in the showers right after football practice and somebody pisses on me.
That's never happened to you before?
No.
You went to private school, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, people pay for that now.
My parents made a wise choice.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, seriously, my parents went over to Danley. We were zoned for there.
Yeah.
They're like, no. Immediately, they're like, no, we'll pay for Catholic. So I started preschool over there. They immediately, like it was one visit, and they're like, nope, not doing them.
I know, because when Justin came here and I wanted to, make sure it was over the top, I visited several private schools, never even considered a public school. Just was not on my mind.
Right. And both my parents went to public schools here in Montgomery.
Times have changed, though.
Yeah. The times have changed. So in a second, we'll get into like all the clips and all the back and forth, as well as did they find something actually? They actually got the January 6th pipe bomb person?
I have a hard time believing
we
that,
do.
man.
This is why, by the way, Candace Owens is doing so well. We live in an age of disbelief.
Yes.
Especially after COVID, everybody's like looking for the next vaccine to debunk. You know what I mean?
Well, not only that, I still seeing those advertisements, and I'm seeing new vaccines, and now it's just marketing. It's no longer for safety; it's marketing.
Oh, yeah, don't get me.
And I
going on that.
Right.
Yes.
It drives
but
me
it's also
insane.
applied to everything. Doesn't it seem like it's a little out of the box now where you can't believe a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Other than your own theory, right?
All right. Well, there used to be a saying, and I'm sure it's still around, believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. I can't believe half of what I'm seeing now, especially in the world of AI.
Sure. Oh, I completely agree with that.
And it's getting good.
I mean, some of them are great.
They are.
Like the cats fighting people is pretty awesome.
That's pretty good. Or the hefty gal going through the concrete all the way down to the center
I
of
saw
the earth.
that
was
one.
good. Yeah.
Right. It seemed believable for a second. Then I'm like, nah, she fell way too fast.
Yeah.
For that doesn't work that
That's
way.
true.
Yeah, it's just like we're in an age of can you believe your own eyes?
No,
Your own ears.
You're in the Matrix. I mean, it really feels like you're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And as someone who's getting older, and I guess I say this all the time, that's how I know I'm getting older, the world is going by much faster than it seems ever before.
No, seriously, this is like not to get all serious, but like this is why I'm devoting time to reading the Bible, devoting time, and I have over my years to read classic literature.
Yeah.
And just things that may go away if you don't actually hold on to them and keep them in your own mind.
Very true.
Because how quickly they could memory hole stuff, change stuff, get rid of certain very good books or just insights and knowledge that's out there. I mean, you talk about the softening of America. Mm-hmm. It's not just softening, though that's definitely going on. There's many other words for it. You should watch the Milo episode with Tucker Carlson that came out yesterday.
I think I saw a clip from
pretty hardcore, man.
But it's
pretty crazy.
But how do you fix that?
But it's not just, people got soft. I think we've also lost certain types of knowledge that isn't always found even in a great story or a textbook.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stuff you probably are still aware of. And a lot of folks who listen to this show and stuff who grew up, a country boy will survive is what I'm saying. I'm not one, but like there are folks that know how to live without all the reliance on what the mainstream media says and what official sources say. And what does YouTube tell me how to do this? Well, I think there are a lot of folks that just know now how to live. And honestly, I think they're going to have a leg up as things get wackier and weirder and you just don't know what to believe.
Well, I've got a good friend of mine that he lives outside of politics. He doesn't, he thinks that he's not supposed to like Trump just because he doesn't live in this world.
Sure.
And sometimes I'm so envious of him because I think, man, it takes up my thought process and politics takes up way too much of my time.
Well, and I feel that pull sometimes. I think Duncan Trussell's talked about that, where like the happiest people on earth is the guy who has no cell phone, no connection to the internet. He's sitting by some waterfall in some national park. He's not even thinking of anything.
Doesn't even care. There could be a missile coming. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
But the thing is, could everybody do that?
Somebody's got to be on watch.
Right. So, I mean, I have felt that pull, just go be a hermit.
Yeah.
Study and pray sort of thing. But there's also a role of being actually in the world and taking on all the craziness right now. Absolutely crazy.
It is. We said it a while back, probably a year ago or more. News is coming at you like a fire or water through a fire hose.
Yep.
And it hasn't stopped.
No, it's only gotten worse. And you see all the fracturing and the different personalities jockeying in that environment. And what sells is the sizzle, is the controversy, is the screw you, but no, screw you. Hey, what's your name? Yeah. That's essentially what plays for the most part on X, unless you're like a true talent, like you're actually building things with your hands, building companies. Maybe you're a great musician or performer or something. Those people get played too.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're a commentator, you got to have that sizzle. And if you're very reasonable and sort of see all sides of it, or just say, I don't know, it doesn't seem to play.
I don't know, doesn't play well.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. It's like, but I think that's actually the most honest position in this crazy world.
It's one thing to kind of say, I don't know, but it's worth talking about, discussing.
Yeah.
But and I couldn't stand it, but you will get some flat out, I don't know, when you ask somebody a question. And I cannot stand that. Figure it out.
Maybe they got something figured out you don't.
It could be. They do generally seem happier than me.
Right. Just saying. Anyway, we got to hit this break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And they're at Montgomery Men's Health.
Oh, they got something figured out over there, Joey.
Yeah, they do. Now, they specialize in helping men with testosterone. And this happens naturally as you get older as a man. Well, I mean, some guys are just going to be a volcano of testosterone to their deathbed.
Oh, of course.
Good for you fellas. But then, most men, you're 40s, 50s, 60s, you really do start to slow down. Decline. And you feel tired, sluggish, physically and mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
And that very much is a sign of low testosterone. But it's also happening to a lot of guys in their 20s and 30s. Really,
It
in
sure
the
is.
developed Western world, talk about the softening.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder, why is this? Why exactly is this? But there are solutions. There are fixes to this. So get by Montgomery Men's Health. The urologists and providers there will tailor solutions specifically to your body and goals. And it's beyond testosterone. They have ED treatments as well as many other options to say enhance and make you feel better in the bedroom and outside the bedroom, these sorts of things. And a lot of these options, men don't even know, oh, that's a thing? Yeah. So if you get by Montgomery Men's Health, first do a consultation, including blood work. It's just $99, and you can get results before you leave. Gentlemen, you only got one life. If you're feeling like crap, procrastination's not going to make you feel better, only going to make it worse. Call them up today at 440-3663. That's 440-3663, or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar. We're located over here on that beautiful Alabama River. If you had never been here, we're easy to get to. Just get on I-65, get off at North Boulevard. You're going to take the first exit. That's Louisville Street. If you come from Wetumpka way, coming towards I-65, do the same thing. Get off at Louisville Street, hit the bottom of the ramp, and then you're going to turn right 3 times. Follow that to the end of the road. You're going to find us down here looking over the river. We got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. We cook up all that good fresh seafood. Got a killer ribeye, a good old hamburger for you. And let's talk about a good old Sunday afternoon on the river. This Sunday, we're going to take you last show of the year. And it's a good one. Josh Garrett's coming over from Louisiana, bringing his band. Mr. Chris Alexander's on the Hammond B3. It's going to be some great music. For a few years, I think he headlined the Wetumpka City Fest up there. So there's a lot of folks familiar with him. So don't forget, a 4 o'clock showtime Sunday. Check it all out at CapitalOysterBar.com. Go to our Facebook page. You'll see what's going on. Don't forget, call us about your Christmas parties. We still got room for you. See you Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Take a deep breath and visualize. It's Saturday. You just won up to $100 instant Kohl's cash just because you are one of the first 100 in-store customers. Yes, visualize you at Kohl's as a winner. Plus, you'll also save up to 50% store-wide. It's all happening this Saturday at Kohl's. No purchase necessary while supplies last on 12/6/25. 1 card per household. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Offers end December 6th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
With Cyber Week savings at the Home Depot, get up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $500 off select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Cyber Week savings on select appliances in-store and online now at the Home Depot. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/10. U.S. only. See store online for details.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi there, I'm Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. Getting pre-approved is the first step towards home ownership. People are often scared or nervous about taking that first step, but I'll tell you, it's nothing to be scared of. At Alabama Home Mortgage, we will take the first step and every step along the way with you. Call us at 567-4223. We will gather the information needed, to tell you exactly what you qualify for. After a call to Alabama Home Mortgage, you will know what price point to shop for, what down payment is required, if any, and what your monthly mortgage payment will look like. We take all the guessing out of it. Then, when you find the house you want to make your home, you are ready to make an offer. Along with your offer, you will submit your Alabama Home Mortgage Pre-Approval Letter. This shows sellers that you've already taken the steps necessary to ensure that you qualify to purchase their home. Wait no longer. It's time to take that first step together. Call me at 567-4223 or start the process online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. At Clark, they always offer 60 months free financing on Bryant, their highest SEER-rated system. But for a short time, they're offering 0% for 60 months on all brands. For all of your heating, air, and plumbing needs, better call Clark. Alabama certification number 09098.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce forecast. Rather cloudy, wet at times over the next couple of days. Today, a chilly day, cloudy with a high temperature only in the lower 50s. Spotty rain around at times today and this evening. Then rain becomes likely by late tonight, Friday night. Low tonight, 44. Friday's high may not make it out of the 40s. Then there could be some leftover showers on Saturday with a high temperature up to about 57. Sunday's looking better with sunshine and a high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We're redesigning financial freedom at CB&S Bank. Make purchases at participating stores and restaurants using your CB&S Bank debit card through your mobile devices with Mobile Wallet. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for more information. Member FDIC.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. We are looking right now on our TV here in the studio that the FBI is doing a press conference, identifies the DC pipe bomber as Brian Cole Jr. And I'm sure we will be getting more and more details. Kash Patel, the FBI director, saying he will have we have this solved, we believe, but he will have his day in court.
How's your faith in Patel? Is it still where you were at in the beginning?
It's complicated in this sense. Like him and Bongino, especially after the Epstein stuff, that one interview they did on Fox News looked like a freaking hostage video.
Yep.
It's not, again, I said it earlier, like I'm not as quick to just cut people off. Like I'm more willing to, I might not be your friend, but understand if I was that person, what the heck is going on? And maybe they're facing certain necessities behind the scenes I don't know about. So it's not like I'm just done with Kash and I am a little more done with Pam Bondi because of what they did with the Epstein thing. That in particular, what Bondi did was ridiculous with the binders and it's on my desk and all that stuff. That's nonsense.
It's something that I would imagine would come out of the Biden administration. I did not expect that kind of foolery.
But even in Pam's case, it makes me go, well, what the heck did she was sat down and something was said.
We all
put
know
the fear
that.
of God to where she knew she's going to embarrass herself in front of the entire nation.
Well,
so what was said to make her do that? And that's where
She
my
had to-
head's
to
at
me,
on
you
a
had
lot
to
of
be
this stuff.
lied to. You had, but I would hope she has enough integrity that she was lied to, misled, or whatever. That she didn't come out with intent to lie, but at the same time, she's a politician. I mean, end of the day.
And so we've been wondering, is this actually going to be solved? But the FBI has raided the home. He's 30 years old, Brian Cole Jr. of Woodbridge, Virginia. The arrest comes almost 5 years after the incident. According to the New York Post, the suspect may have a background of possible quote unquote anarchist leanings.
Gee, how can you be more obvious about something,
Right. Here's the NBC News report, if you can believe it. It's a stunning break in one of the FBI's most high-profile unsolved cases. Agents arrested a suspect this morning who investigators believe placed those pipe bombs outside the Republican and Democratic headquarters in the hours before January 6th. The suspect has been charged with placing the bombs, which did not detonate. The allegations, if proven, would end a long-standing mystery that sparked a multitude of conspiracy theories. Yeah, no kidding, because how did you not solve this? It was one of the weirdest things from the beginning.
I thought from the beginning it was an insider, and I still think it's just my paranoid, I guess. But I don't believe him, man. It took too long.
But according to two FBI sources, the FBI's case against the suspect is not based on any new breakthrough, but instead on a review the FBI conducted in recent weeks of evidence that had already been gathered, which the department had in its possession. The sources requested anonymity to speak freely about the sensitive case. The voluminous trove of material, nice use of voluminous, was largely collected in 2021 and 2022. The suspect's arrest is expected to cause significant embarrassment for the Bureau and the enormous team it assigned to the pipe bomb investigation. Yeah, no kidding. Well, and this is why, if they actually did find the guy,
I'm believing it, man.
well, if they actually did find the guy, it makes me more go, what the
Why
was
didn't you
Chris
find him
Ray
sooner?
doing? What was that FBI doing?
Well, it sounds like a whole lot of nothing. Dude, they found cocaine in the White House. Remember that.
Janine Pirro, now speaking at the press conference. And by the way, you know how critical Judge Napolitano can be about anybody around Trump?
Yeah.
And just Trump in general. When I brought up Janine Pirro being named U.S. attorney, I guess, for New York or a section of New York, he goes, "Oh, no, that woman's very serious. Don't mess with her."
What do they have in common?
Yeah, well, fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough. But like also, it's like she used to actually run cases. Like she was a
She knew what she was
legit
doing.
judge. She
Yeah.
knows what she's doing. So
well, that makes me feel better.
it's not just talk on Fox News, which sometimes it can come across as.
Oh, she ain't no Judge Judy.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Yes, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
I got to agree with y'all. I do not believe this guy's the real thing. There's too many reasons why not to believe it.
Yeah.
One, I think it's an inside job. The person had to have had a pretty good idea of what was going on in that area to be able to get away with it, number one. And number two, if they can't prove this guy was, canvassing and, getting intel on the area and had all this information that he needed to get this done, they don't have much to go on, in my opinion.
That's what I worry
So
about.
I don't see how they can prosecute him unless they're just railroading him, patsying him, and
Patsy.
just,
Yep, that's
Thank
what I
you.
think too. That's kind of what I think too.
it doesn't make sense. And why wait? And why wait all this time before you find this information that's been sitting in the cupboard for years untouched? And right before the anniversary, dates always mean something.
Yep.
Timing is everything. Right before the anniversary, you come out with it. I think it was them. I believe it was our Secret Service in some form, whether it's FBI or whoever. And I believe this is just a way of showing they're doing their job.
We finally got him.
Yeah, justifying.
Yeah.
having that job.
Of course, No, it's just too pat. I mean, let's face it. We've had this done to us before.
Yep.
Don't we know the old game play? This is not new. At least they could come up with something new. Darn.
You would
Yeah,
think
but
so.
at this point in this day and age, they know that we know that they know that we know, and we've gone down such a. It's like, so we've learned the game, but it's like, is the new
but it
thing
still
not,
works?
Like, is it the game changed? Like, it's just what a time.
Charlie still misses the football when Lucy's holding it for him. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess they just depend on everybody swallowing the BS, hook, line, and sinker, never thinking twice, not using their own little brain, just letting them tell you what you're supposed to think.
Pirro just said,
come on.
Judge Janine Pirro just said case, or attorney, U.S. Attorney Pirro said case was like finding needle in a haystack. And I've got the clip here of the Attorney General, but we could just call her Pam. Get out there, Pam. You impress them, Pam. Do it, Pam.
Early this morning, Brian Cole Jr. was arrested and charged with placing the pipe bombs at the RNC and the DNC on January 5th, 2021. He has been charged with violating 18 USC 844, which is use of an explosive device. This investigation is ongoing. As we speak, search warrants are being executed, and there could be more charges to come. I'm going to let our U.S. Attorney discuss that shortly. This was the work of multiple agencies working together. This morning's operation was carried out safely and successfully.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, and wasn't those bombs supposedly not actual bombs? They were just for show.
That was
they
the
didn't
thought.
actually-
That was the story for years.
Yes, wasn't it
We'll see how that
though? And
changes,
all of a
too.
sudden now it was a bomb.
Mhm.
Okay, well that was mighty convenient. I'm sorry, but this whole thing stinks, and they need to quit. Really,
Agreed.
we are not that stupid. Please stop the BS and just be honest. You don't have a clue, or you did it. One or the other.
Well, I
I'm
appreciate it.
sorry. I rant.
No, you're good with
All
Debbie.
good.
You have a good day.
You too.
You don't want to impress me, and it can't be that hard to go find the guy who put the pallet of bricks in the middle of the road. There's paperwork, guys. It can't be that hard.
272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder over there at Dylan Rings. And we've got another spotlight. Leslie has another inventory
I saw this
spotlight
beautiful ring
here.
earlier.
And it absolutely is beautiful. Folks, if you want to see what I'm looking at right now, just go to Dylan Rings on the Book of Faces, DYLAN Rings on Facebook. And this is created by Josh, actually.
Nice
So,
custom piece.
Aquamarine and diamond ring. Legends say this gem helps with decision-making, perseverance, and responsibility. People felt it aided with clear reasoning and feeling empowered during debates in order to come to a compromise. The ancient Romans believed the gem could help turn enemies into friends. Regular price is $3,250. It's on sale until Christmas Eve for $2,275. Find this one and many other treasures on sale now at Dylan Rings, 15 to 70% off.
Wow.
And I know there are guys out there going, I've heard that ad about the Christmas shopping at Dylan Rings. That's a good idea, but I just haven't had the time to get by. Get by there.
Get
We're
by there,
you're
'cause you're
running
gonna
out
run
of time. And with deals like this,
Yeah.
incredible pieces. And of course, it doesn't have to be something they already have made. Maybe you do a project together, you get something custom made for the wife or the girlfriend for Christmas.
Look at you.
So get by there. We'll tell you a little more about them later, all the different services they can offer there at Dylan Rings when it comes to your jewelry. But get by there, see this amazing inventory, 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway, kind of where you go to the back entrance to AUM Complex. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. So, yeah. There's Cash Patel still talking.
I've kind of lost a little bit for Cash. I gotta be honest. Yeah.
You like Andrew Schultz's term for him? Cockeyed Cash?
Well, no. I kind of feel like the guy that, as usual, the guy that ran the campaign and the guy I wanted in there, not the guy that I see in there now.
Yes.
Just
Same
and
thing
like
with
you said,
Bongino.
it's like somebody sat down and talked to him.
Right. Whereas others, like Vance still seems like Vance.
Yeah.
Rubio seems better than he was.
Yeah,
in the
Rubio.
Senate.
Somebody gave Rubio a steroid shot, man. He's just been on fire.
But then if they start another frickin' full-on war, which I'm hoping they don't have to go that far.
I kind of hope they don't either.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, even if it is in our own Western hemisphere, so to speak. Anyway, we'll see if anything really fascinating comes out of this. But right now, it's sort of the general, we got the guy. This was done professionally, multiple agencies, like finding a needle in a haystack.
What else is going on,
Joey? Now, coming up, again, Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk, she was at this whole New York Times thing speaking. And I honestly, I some of the stuff I don't like listening to. It's just heartbreaking when she talks, the video she's shown of her daughter, still asking where daddy is and all this. But in settings like this, I think the grace not only that woman showed when she forgave the killer, but continues to show despite all the, say, craziness around his murder in conspiracy land.
Just the fact that she's out
credit
there.
to her.
Just the fact that she's out there. I don't know. I don't know if I could be that strong.
Well, we'll be right back. Second hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Federal agents have made a breakthrough in the 2021 pipe bomb case. The FBI confirms a suspect in custody nearly 5 years after explosive devices were planted outside the Democratic and Republican National Committee offices. It happened the night before the Capitol riot. Overnight stays at the Grand Canyon South Rim will stop this weekend. Park officials say water line breaks there have cut off supply, forcing hotels and lodges to close starting on Saturday. Day visitors are still welcome and dry camping is allowed, but spigot access will be limited. Repairs are underway with hopes of reopening the lodge sometime soon. Testimony behind closed doors today on Capitol Hill with regard to those dual strikes on some of those drug boats leaving Venezuela. The administration says those strikes have been deemed legal by attorneys within and outside the administration. This is SRN News.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30 gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live and save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at Pure Talk.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce forecast. Rather cloudy, wet at times over the next couple of days. Today, a chilly day, cloudy with a high temperature only in the lower 50s. Spotty rain around at times today and this evening. Then rain becomes likely by late tonight, Friday night. Low tonight, 44. Friday's high may not make it out of the 40s. Then there could be some leftover showers on Saturday with a high temperature up to about 57. Sunday's looking better with sunshine and a high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A man has been arrested after allegedly beating a child with an electrical cord. The incident happened on Saturday, November 22nd in the 8000 block of Hallwood Drive. 35-year-old Jonathan Norman is charged with child abuse and unlawful imprisonment. According to court documents, Norman accused the victim of stealing $2,500. The Salvation Army of Montgomery's 2025 Red Kettle campaign is now underway. This year's fundraising goal is $200,000. Donations help provide food, housing, and other assistance for those in need in the Montgomery area. Salvation Army volunteers will be at various locations throughout the river region ringing those familiar bells. Please donate what you can. The Alabama State Capitol Christmas tree lighting takes place tomorrow. The eastern red cedar tree is on the front steps of the Capitol building overlooking Dexter Avenue. The tree is decorated with over 40,000 lights and ornaments. The annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony will take place tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Need some extra cash? Gold and silver are at an all-time high. Turn your old coins, currency, or gold and silver into money at Trademark Coins and Currency, the only coin shop in the river region with over 40 years of experience. Veteran owned and operated, and proudly serving Montgomery from their location off Vaughn Road. Trademark Coins and Currency is always buying, and free appraisals means there's no pressure, just real value. Make an appointment today. Learn more at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com. Trademark Coins and Currency. Experience you can count on.
Marguerite's open every day to Christmas Eve. We'll stay here till the last person comes Christmas Eve. And we're known for our $99 Christmas special. Well, this year we're offering half-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings. Fantastic quality in 14-karat white or yellow gold. No one else in the country offers it. We want you as a client. We got tons of things for you. I want you to come in and shop Marguerite's. No one has prices like we have. No one has quality like we have. Come in and shop Marguerite's this Christmas. I want you to take that with a kiss, Mrs. Wales.
Hello, this is David Ernest with Ernest Financial. And just like Ernest Financial makes lots of money for our clients, Blue Water has helped us make lots of money for our company. You cannot go wrong with advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the river region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me.
What's up, buddy?
What you smirking at?
Reading some of the comments in the chat.
Oh, yeah. No, it's been a lively chat today for our standards. Like,
yeah.
I kind of like this.
Yeah.
You know, there are times where I like that we live in, by national media terms,
Yes.
in obscurity. Seriously. There are moments where I'm like, oh, I'd like to be able to be part, because I like ideas in the conversation. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can be part of that. And then I don't think I understand, just because I haven't experienced it personally, the amount of what comes with that.
Yep.
It's like, is it worth it?
I don't know.
You gotta, that's something, if I said, had a conversation with Tucker Carlson or like
Yeah.
a Tim Pool, guy more my age, like, is it worth it?
I
Like,
kinda
you got all
a
this
feeling they would
notoriety,
say no.
and you're making money, and
Yeah.
you're influencing people, but like,
What kind of life you really got? Because most of the time they got to be on the road, or they got to be in the air.
Yeah.
I know family is very important, especially Tucker Carlson, but when do you got time to see him?
right. And it's a little different for somebody like a Rogan, because he was already a big
Yeah.
deal and kind of he eased into being the biggest.
And with Rogan though, he's got a base station now. You know, you want Rogan, you go to him. So,
But of course it is Merry Christmas, and
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
and Eddie's very festive.
Yes.
And what's that? It's a Santa winking. It says, "Ask your mom if I'm real."
Yeah. When are you going to become festive?
I don't know if that's festive.
I got our onesies ordered. I hope you don't.
Like, do you have any wholesome Santa gear?
Hmm.
Good question, right?
Yeah. I shop at Temu a lot, so I'm going to go with no.
But I think we're in this day and age still where, well, maybe we've grown out of it, where people complain about saying Merry Christmas to folks.
Are we there?
I don't think we're in there.
I hope
like,
not. I
But do
thought
you
we
remember
were
that?
back
The
in-
Fox
Oh, yeah.
News thing? Like the war on Christmas.
Happy holidays. I'll punch you in the face.
Well, and I'm sure in some big blue cities, like our blue city, actually, it was kind of, if you can drop your animosity from all the politics, is you see the mayor and some of the city council, like Szymanski was there where they did the big thing at the riverfront and turn on the snow machine and stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of,
that kind of stuff I'm a sucker for.
yes,
Admit it.
me too. Especially like you got kids down there. That's a cool
Yes.
thing. Good job.
Yes.
Now I have looked a little more into this whole new like arena civic center thing, and they want to repurpose the old advertiser building.
Yeah.
I started thinking it through, and I'm like, isn't there like a big, what do they call it, brown site, or like, like
if I remember correctly, that was a super fund.
yeah, like a
cleanup
lot
site.
of
Yeah.
waste dumping. So you're gonna have to do massive amounts of. You're gonna have to tear the whole thing down. Like, I'm just worried we're gonna get another like water park situation where it's like great facility. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's $1 billion before we pour our first slab of concrete.
Right. Well, it won't be $1 billion, but it
gotta-
would be
you gotta pull
millions.
dirt.
It'd be millions.
And there's a plume. Remember, Montgomery has a a plume that was DOT put in years ago.
Hmm.
That plume is slowly moving towards the river from the garden area to the river. Is there not another plume over there?
Right.
In that area? What are we doing?
Yeah, the basic idea of like a big civic center arena thing, like at first blush, I'm like, yeah, sure. But then the question becomes, if you look into details, can you afford it?
Can we afford to maintain it?
Right. And is this the best use of those resources and current reserves and all these other things we have?
Not when we got that water park.
Right. But it's sold on, again, I don't want another big project that's sold on a lot of promise. It'll bring in this amount of people and that amount of people.
I know. Here's my thing. I think your government should be in government. Okay. You keep the streets paved. You keep the officers, the cops paid. You do things like that. You let entrepreneurs do the business. And because entrepreneur doing it, if he fails, you know, that's on him.
Yep.
You know, I'm not going to go, I'm not responsible for bailing out. I appreciate him trying. But when a city does it, I had to bail in and then bail them out. And I don't like that.
Sure.
That's not, they should not be in that business.
I mean, how though would you, with that approach, and I tend to agree with you, but with that approach, how would we go about completely changing the face of downtown? How do you get that private business, especially on Dexter Avenue? How do you get it more expanded around downtown, not just the riverfront? I mean, to their credit, the lodging taxes have gone up because a lot of the hotels and all these things go in there. That has worked.
Yeah.
But there is this idea of like, okay, we can get all the entrepreneurs together, so to speak, and sort of make this one, instead of everybody being chief, you can have sort of one project downtown. I don't know.
I'd
have to see the details because after thinking about it a little more, I'm like, it's probably going to be a lot of money, a lot more than they sell it.
But we brought housing downtown. We've got some decent housing now, but we don't have anything like a grocery store and things like that.
And that's been talking about that for years,
right? Which,
but anyway,
I hate to say it's Montgomery. If that were Birmingham, there'd be 3 grocery stores. It's Montgomery.
And anyway, like people for a while were doing the whole like, do I say Happy Holidays? Do I say Merry Christmas? And all this other stuff. Well, I
Happy
just,
Shanaka.
as a palate cleanser, I just got to play this Pete Holmes clip real quick.
Merry Christmas can go either way, and I hate to offend people. So this whole last holiday season, I didn't let out one Merry Christmas. That's true. Instead, I said, may the birth of the one and only true God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Bestow a blessing of grace and peace upon your household. To the belittlement of every other false religion.
Wow.
Lest you be gay. That's what I say.
Oh, I freaking love that guy.
That's pretty good.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, that dude cracks me up.
He is pretty good.
I mean, are you excited for this season beyond just your cheeky Christmas garb?
Yeah, I'm a little bit excited with the twins. That brings about a whole new excitement to Christmas every year, watching them just kind of realize, what's going on and the whole gift giving thing. And my mom's still around, so I really love that I can still hang out with my mom. But I'll be honest, this year I'm gonna be a little bit selfish. I'm looking forward to 2 days after Christmas and getting on a plane.
You're going to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So 2 days after Christmas, you're heading out.
Yeah.
I might have to take that whole week or something.
I'm telling you, man, it's and I've talked to my buddy Marvin, going to do some stuff over there with him, some stuff at his church.
Okay.
So it's not just a total vacation, but it's kind of a reset for me. So,
well, and I'm sure it's been how devastated was he and the people there by the hurricane?
In Mango Valley, where his house is at, his place wasn't too bad. Their area wasn't too bad. Much worse on the west end of Jamaica, much worse Montego Bay. But the biggest problem they had was lost power. Communication, lost that pretty quickly, water, things like that. Jamaica's a third world country. It doesn't take much to get out in the bush and you don't have power or water anyway. So one of the biggest things because you had no power, no water, a lot of the stores, their food was rotting. So luckily Kingston didn't get hit that hard. So Marvin, he's kind of a leader in their community there. So about every 2 days they would go to Kingston for a food run and feed the community. And I got to kind of help out with that and donated a little bit of money. And then one morning I woke up, I felt lazy because I woke up late and it was him on the phone showing me them actually doing it, giving the food out to the community and people who I've never met before saying thank you to me of all things. And it was great. It is great. And
what's her name sound like in a Jamaican accent?
Amon.
Hey, Mom. Eddie Bader.
Yeah, it's but a big reason I'm going to is right now, they got hit by a big hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole country is based on tourism. So if nobody goes, nobody brings any money. And a lot of the resorts are not going to open up. A lot of the tourism places ain't going to open up till January, February. So they're still rebuilding. So I'm kind of looking forward to it.
How long are you going to be going?
A week, 7 days. We're doing all 7 of them, man.
And this is like where the food is already.
Yeah, it's all inclusive.
All paid for.
Yeah, just show up.
Drinks too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh, yeah.
That's where a lot of these places get you with the drinking.
Well, somebody did the math on it, and you got to drink like 10 drinks a day to break even, and that's not a problem. Just,
if you start early enough.
I'm telling you, man. But that is a problem. Like day 3, you're realizing it's 9:30 in the morning, and I'm about to pass out on the beach.
Yeah, don't go that hard.
Well, you got to reset, Joey. You have to go to the very edge, and then go, okay, this is my bottom, and I start building myself back up. Yeah, looking forward to it. Nude beach too.
Now, shifting gears.
Well, you don't want to talk about the nude beach?
We can if you have something you want to add about the nude beach. Are you going in the full nude?
No. Are you kidding me?
Maybe you're talking about from the bottom to the top. Maybe show your bottom and top all at once.
I couldn't do it. The last time we were there, and I probably said this before, but they call it Sunset Beach. That's the nude beach name or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had a celebration of how many people would come there the most often.
Yeah.
And most of the reason was for the nude beach. All those people were 70 plus years old, Joey. All of them. Yeah,
you hit a certain age. You just want to let it all hang out.
That's what I'm kind of wondering too. Are they Are they really like naturalists, or they just
It's
enjoy
actually
looking at naked people?
It's actually what the J.J. Cale song After Midnight's all about.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Letting it all hang out.
Well, at least it's dark.
Now let's move to something a little more wholesome.
Okay.
Erica Kirk, she was at this New York
a lot more
Times
wholesome.
Deal Book Summit.
She's got beautiful hair, too.
Yeah. And she's kind of asked about women voting, like 19 to 29 or 18 to 29 year olds voted like 84% for Mondami. And apparently she was in New York doing the model like boss babe thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, before she met Charlie, let's listen into this.
And when it comes to career, I will be fully transparent. I was fully bought into the boss babe. I mean, I lived in Manhattan. Charlie essentially plucked me out of the New York City orbit and was like, no, I have a healthier way of viewing things and looking at life and things like that. And he was right. He was right. And I remember thinking, if I would have stayed on that path I was on, I would have lost out on some of the most beautiful moments of my life. Children, having a husband, being able to create and build something so incredible. And again, yes, balance is an illusion. I bring my children to the office. I have them with me constantly. We have a phenomenal team. It doesn't just fall on my shoulders. Charlie was very good about creating and intentionally building a machine where it turns from founder-led to vision-led. And he shared everything with me. I knew his goals. I knew what his vision was for things. So this is not out of my orbit. This is not uncomfortable for me. And it's not, because I'm picking up a mantle that I understand and that I know that Charlie has entrusted to me, the team has entrusted to me, the Lord has entrusted to me, and I take that very seriously.
There you go. It still is sobering.
Oh, very much so.
To listen to her.
Very much so.
And she's asked straight up about, of course, Charlie being killed by a rifle, by a gunman. And here is her response to people continuing to bring up that fact. Let's listen in.
Afraid of is that we are living in a day and age where they think violence is the solution to them not wanting to hear a different point of view. That's not a gun problem. That's a human, deeply human problem. That is a soul problem. That is a mental, that is a very deeper issue.
I think she's onto something.
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Because, we've had firearms in this country for a long, long, long time. And there are places that are packed full of gun owners with arsenals that people you wouldn't even suspect. They're ready to go. And you rarely you see some stuff happens, but pretty rare to see anybody actually kill somebody with that sort of thing, like in cold-blooded murder.
Not only that, but even in countries like England where they don't have guns, where people don't have guns, stabbings. I mean, not to be too much of a cynic, but if I want you dead, okay, I can't get a gun. I just get this other tool. It might be a hammer. I mean, it's,
And for instance, when you look at the bigger cities with the gang issues, and some of this is more, let's say, foreign, cartel driven. Some of this is
I'm sure
more the neighborhood gangs that go way, 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 way back. And it has much more to do, I think. Well, when you look at a certain subculture here in Montgomery, I even hesitate to say black on black, because I think it's a black majority city here in Montgomery, and the vast majority of black folks here don't ever do anything like that. It's more like what's happening with this certain subset of young men in particular. And why is this constantly happening?
It's not getting better.
And not getting better either.
That's
And so to me, that's not necessarily the gun sort of thing.
No,
it has much more to do with the motivations. And to your point, so you can magically snap your fingers and get rid of all the firearms. I think a lot of these folks would still be coming up with ways of settling score, so to speak.
before ever guns, you had to stick in a rock. I mean,
Well, and then you see stuff in Montgomery. It's not just young men. You start to see the criminal elements of that. You see that one guy who held up the folks at the church on a Wednesday night?
At the church, dude. You see the video of him walking through the church?
Yeah, it's creepy as hell. Just ominous.
Yeah.
Like, evil is real.
It
And
is
I
very
think
real.
if I'm not denying that there are practical political solutions to a lot of stuff. There are technical solutions to a lot of stuff.
Sure.
There definitely are. But if you forget the first things and you forget the heart part and the soul part, then you're going to end up, I think, repeating the issues, no matter how heavy-handed you get with the politics of it. Now, setting things up even further, I believe Erica Kirk has asked about all the conversations on the right since Charlie's assassination. And it's hard to believe it's been, 3 months? Almost 3 months?
Hard to believe.
Yeah. And it's, I think, changed a lot of people's perspective. And, you try not to lose these things in the cliche as you hear it over and over again. But how many folks are decided to run for office because of what happened to Charlie?
But not only that, and it's a pleasant thing for me, how many people, and you're one of them, Joey, that have kind of just gone outside their norms and kind of looked at getting back to the church.
Yeah,
and just getting some type of religious, I don't know, bringing religion back into their lives. It's made them people open back up, because it wasn't very long ago. You and I had a discussion where youth of today, your age, my age especially, have gone away from the church.
Yeah. Well, and I'll be blunt, not you in particular necessarily, but sometimes when I bring up what I'm studying, when I'm reading, what I'm thinking about in terms of faith, I've been slightly disappointed, but I mean, it's fine. That there are a lot of guys who have, say, a few years on me, and I bring this stuff up, and it's kind of, I'm met with silence. And it's not like I need affirmation to be like, you're a good boy. It's more like, can we engage and talk about this stuff? And there's a reluctance.
Really?
And I've noticed that in particular in the South. And I think it's a lot of folks who they went to a certain church and that church was corrupt, and like there was stuff going on there. It was more of a center people problem. And so people just hesitate, or it's also like people are sensitive about these things that are deeply held beliefs. It's like, you don't want to poke people in the beliefs. It's like saying, man, your wife and kids are really ugly.
Yeah.
It's not, sometimes people are just nervous to even have the conversation.
Yeah. I'm one of those people that honestly, I have a relationship with God, but I don't wear it on my sleeve, and I'm not, it's not that I don't want to talk about it, but I generally don't walk up to strangers and witness to them. That's just not me.
Right. And so, I definitely am one of them. And I know I'm not alone. There are a lot of folks.
No, not alone at all. Remember what Bruce Pearl? Remember was it a year or so ago when all those people were coming out in Auburn?
Oh yeah, the big event revival there. It was already happening. And
that to me, that's, again, I'm not this incredibly deeply religious person, but as a human being and as someone who loves God, it was great to see.
Yeah,
I feel like we're going in the right direction with that.
And I think if we start to figure that stuff out as best as we can,
right?
And that's another thing. I'm just, the more I study, the more I look at the denominational fights. Part of me is like, it's important to have those out at times. The theology is important, but it also seems sometimes to miss the heart of the matter.
Yeah,
some of the certainty that's out there.
Yeah, see what you're saying.
Anyway. Let's listen in to Erica being asked about, all these conversations, I think, that are faith-based, but also the political and the crazy crap, like all the conspiracies, the questions about American foreign policy, especially in relation to Israel. Really, it went, talk about letting it rip. Now, it really got going when Tucker went after Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
And Ted deserved it. The more I think back on that.
I agree 100,000%.
Ted really deserved it. But here's Erica Kirk, and this is, I believe, earlier this morning.
Ever since Charlie was murdered, there has been conversation across the whole right side of who believes this, what believes that, where are we standing on half of, where is the youth going this direction? It's a conversation that's being had that is, again, uncomfortable and riling things up. But I think it's healthy, because once you have those conversations, then you come to a full point, and maybe it takes a little while, but usually you come to a point of understanding of, this is what we believe in.
Amen, sister. Amen. God bless that woman. I don't know. The way she reacted to everything, I don't know if I would have been able to do that.
I'd love to think I had that kind of strength, but
I know you. I've seen it once
like
or
an
twice.
old cookie, man. Yeah.
So in a second, we might go through. This was the guys at Turning Point USA essentially responded finally to Candace Owens, and I guess Candace's response is, "Well, I didn't say those things. I didn't actually accuse all y'all of this or that." At a certain point with some of this stuff,
yeah,
and this is what needs to happen more and more. Sit down in the same damn room, record it, and talk.
Yeah, why not?
Seriously,
why not?
Have it out.
Not only that, it encourages more conversation from other people.
Yes. This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro Ashley, and that great team ready to help you any and all your pest control needs. If you're not already on their monthly subscription plan,
need to be.
It's great because, you get basic pest control protection for a very reasonable fee.
Yep.
And then when it's right, you get the termite protection.
Exactly right.
When it's right, you get the mosquito protection. And when it's right, especially as it's gotten cold, you're going to see a lot more, what do we call them? Critters.
Critters. That's the nicest way to put it.
That wildlife trying to set up shop, nest, or just create a home inside your home. And you can't have that. They're going to ruin things. It's going to disturb your peace and harm your property.
Yep.
So why not get Pest Pro to come on out, do their wildlife control service? They'll get rid of something if there's something already in there, like a squirrel or mice or whatever it is. And of course, they'll seal off any entry-exit points, and then they'll do follow-up checks to ensure long-term results. And they'll even do like a look around your entire surrounding environment, the whole property, say like wood piles, for instance, or just certain things you didn't even notice. They're like, no, this is definitely attracting this.
Another thing she put up on Facebook the other day, which is a good idea. Ashley said, when you're bringing home these new trees, check them out a little bit before you bring them in the house.
Oh, the Christmas trees?
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Because not only you try to knock off, say there's squirrels, which happens every year, and somebody brings a squirrel in the house, but they might have some bugs or something on them. So shake them off a little bit before you bring them in the house.
So y'all check out Pest Pro Services today. That's 265-9990. If you just want to call them direct, 265-9990. Or you can always check them out at ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces. What do you want to know? Call a pro. Pest Pro Services. Be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Experience the magic of the holiday season with a cruise down the Alabama River on the Harriet II, the finest entertainment spot in the river region. Take in the stunning skyline and enjoy the sights and sounds with friends and family. Book your holiday cruise today at funinmontgomery.com. Celebrate the new year in style with a New Year's Eve cruise on the Harriet II. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres, live entertainment, a bubbly champagne toast at midnight, along with party favors and, of course, fireworks along the city skyline. Book your New Year's Eve cruise today at funinmontgomery.com.
Need some extra cash? Gold and silver are at an all-time high. Turn your old coins, currency, or gold and silver into money at Trademark Coins and Currency, the only coin shop in the river region with over 40 years of experience. Veteran owned and operated, and proudly serving Montgomery from their location off Vaughn Road. Trademark Coins and Currency is always buying, and free appraisals means there's no pressure, just real value. Make an appointment today. Learn more at trademarkcoinsandcurrency.com. Trademark Coins and Currency. Experience you can count on.
Since 1966, the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. With the end of the year approaching, many will decide whether to help those who are less fortunate. When you give to the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, you give Alabama's children the chance they deserve. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it the most. Join us in making a difference. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift Alabama's youth. And we're also looking for compassionate couples to join our mission as house parents. We provide housing, medical benefits, a 401k, paid vacation, and the chance to make a lasting difference. Visit AlabamaSheriff'sYouthRanches.org. The Alabama Sheriff Youth Ranches reminds you it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh.
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
A lot of people talk tough. Very few get tough things done. Attorney General Steve Marshall is a warrior for our state, a fighter for our conservative values.
We have fought the fights that had to be fought for the people of Alabama.
Steve stands shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, ready to fight to take our country back, root out corruption, and prosecute the deep state.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, you're doing a great job.
Steve puts Alabama first and delivers. As a conservative, Steve stands for freedom, safety, and the rule of law.
I have fought for law enforcement and stood with prosecutors and victims as we've addressed the failures that have caused our state to be less safe.
Steve is the senator our state needs and our president can count on. God, grit, Alabama strong. Steve Marshall gets it done.
I'm Steve Marshall, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Steve Marshall for Senate.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
Oh, no, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Montgomery Men's Health and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 334-440-3663 or book now in under 30 seconds at montgomerymenshealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
Attention River Region business owners. Local counties are now inspecting and enforcing backflow prevention requirements. Headley Plumbing is fully certified to install, repair, and test backflow preventers, helping you stay compliant and avoid costly violations. We've been serving the River Region for decades with dependable professional service you can trust. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the River Region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce forecast. Rather cloudy, wet at times over the next couple of days. Today, a chilly day, cloudy with a high temperature only in the lower 50s. Spotty rain around at times today and this evening. Then rain becomes likely by late tonight, Friday night. Low tonight, 44. Friday's high may not make it out of the 40s. Then there could be some leftover showers on Saturday with a high temperature up to about 57. Sunday's looking better with sunshine and a high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Byron Sheehy now joining Eddie Bader and I here in the studio. How you doing today, Byron?
A little soggy.
But yeah, it's a little wet out there. A little cold, too.
Yeah, roads are slit.
Yeah, you just drove up the spine of the state. From
southern part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how is 65? Like,
sucks.
I sometimes go back and forth on what you've said about widen I-65.
All right, so I want to revise some of my comments on that.
Okay, I want to give you that chance.
Certain parts, yes,
definitely,
but I stick by the induced demand comment. But some places it obviously does need it. It's just unsafe. Some of that ramps getting on and off.
Yeah,
the semis, the merge is maybe 100 yards of runway, maybe.
Right, and then you see it like as you get closer to Birmingham, Calera
start the wreck start.
It's just, and well, it's not even when there's wrecks. Like I left early to go to Nashville, and what you just notice is so many people just live off those exits now that it's a standstill to get on. To your point about the on and off ramps, what a mess. So I think we do need to widen up 65 a little bit.
Hey, I got an update on our onesies.
Our onesies or your onesies?
No, you and me both, man. We're going to share one. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be it.
Did you get the one with the flap? We're going to need it.
I tried to get the one with the flap, but we'll see. But yeah, they'll be here December 13th through the 16th. They'll be here in time.
Did you get ones that will actually fit?
I hope so. I got you a extra large and me XX large.
I'm hoping it's not Chinese extra large.
You can't tell anymore.
I know, man.
That's the thing.
Because I bought some stuff last year, and I'm going to try to fit into it for tomorrow, but I got a sense it still ain't going to fit.
Is that right? Out of curiosity, what kind of a website are you ordering that from? This is from the Tickety Talk. Yeah. I've got some cool stuff off Tickety Talk. Definitely made in China. Yeah. Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah. We'll see. But hey, before we go to this, start and stop it. This was the Charlie Kirk Show finally responding to Candace Owens and kind of just go through it with them. I think Candace's response has been, I didn't say all those things. I didn't accuse all y'all of being in on it or but we'll hear out first the guys there at Turning Point. And I have yet to actually watch it in full, so might as well watch it together.
They should file a lawsuit, and they should all go to discovery, and everybody should put their cards on the table.
Ooh, there you go.
I like that.
Now, before we go to that, this part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing. What a great guy, number one.
Oh, I love James.
Great guy. Looks out for a lot of folks here.
Yes, he does.
In town. But if you're looking for plumbing services, second to none, just get in touch with Cole Plumbing. And it could be you don't really have a plumbing issue at the moment, but you should go ahead and save their number.
Definitely.
279-8919 is that number. That's 279-8919. And so it could be you don't know how to fix the toilet that's always running. You don't know how to fix the drippy faucet.
Well, you got guests coming and you don't want them to have to experience that.
These sorts of things. Yeah, it could be simple problems. Maybe the drain is clogged in the kitchen and you've tried everything that you can do and it's not working. And maybe the garbage disposal needs to be replaced.
Or maybe that guest bathroom when you flush the toilet comes up in the shower.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could deal with like things like tree root invasions Or it could be you want to upgrade to like a tankless water heater system.
Yeah, that's a good upgrade.
That's a really good idea. Maybe you're getting a little old and the knees and the hips aren't working as well and you need a taller toilet.
Another really good idea.
Very good idea. And of course, if you have a massive problem like a main water line leak or a gas leak, God forbid, get out of the house if you actually have one of those.
Yes.
They can fix it, and they understand that time is of the essence in those situations, and they can fix it without tearing out a bunch of drywall, digging up a huge hole in your yard. They can do it with precision and expertise with minimal discomfort to you in your home. So again, that number for Cole Plumbing, you should go ahead and save it, 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
Now let's check this out. Let's listen in. Again, this was on the Charlie Kirk show, all the friends and colleagues there. Take it away, sir.
And to use this segment at the top of this hour to say something important, something very important. For the past 2.5 months, there is a topic that has flooded our freedom inbox. It has been nonstop on social media, but which we have almost totally avoided on this show. You probably already know what I'm talking about, which shows just how ubiquitous it has been. Ever since Charlie's murder, Candace Owens has leveled a flood of allegations against people at Turning Point USA, people at Turning Point Action, and people who work for this show. She's made them against some of Charlie's closest friends and against some of his most dedicated employees. She has suggested that Michael McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, knew Charlie would be murdered, was happy that he died, and stayed silent because he was told he would be the next Charlie. She has suggested Michael is not his real name. It is. I have seen his birth certificate myself. She has called it suspicious that Mikey's wife, who works at Turning Point, helped plan the campus tour event where Charlie was murdered, which she didn't, by the way. She doesn't work on campus events. Candace has suggested the Utah Valley University event was unusual and its details suggested a, quote, inside job. She has claimed that foreign aircraft have followed Erica Kirk around the country and that Turning Point has lied about this happening. She has accused us of lying about Charlie wanting Erica to take over for him if he died. She has suggested Charlie's security team intentionally denied him first aid after the shooting to ensure that he died. She has raised suspicions about the head of our technical team because he took an SD card out of a camera. She has spread absurd claims that Tyler Boyer, who we just had on the show, sexually abuses male interns. She has suggested that TPUSA faith-affiliated pastors, like theologian Frank Turek, who we'll have on in a moment, and Pastor Rob McCoy, are part of a military, quote, infiltration of Turning Point, either because they are veterans or because they have family members who are. Even if not everyone has been named specifically, though, Candace has effectively tarred everyone here with complicity in Charlie's death by repeatedly saying he was, quote, betrayed by, quote, everyone. She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing the truth. She has made claims of financial impropriety and fraud at Turning Point, adding up into the millions of dollars, which, again, is not true. Charlie made sure the organization was audited by a third party every year. He personally reviewed and he signed off on every expense report, and literally every single bill paid by the organization down to a single United States dollar. We have never missed a 990 deadline. Candace has made other stranger allegations involving French paratroopers in maroon shirts, Egyptian Air Force planes flying out of Provo, Utah, and potential underground assassins traveling through unseen tunnels. At one point in early November, she started wildly throwing suspicion on members of Utah Valley's soccer team for wearing hoodies. I could go on. There is always something new coming up, and none of it ever pans out because from the start, there has been nothing there. The attacks and allegations from Candace are either lies or they are innuendos thrown around with a total reckless disregard for the truth so that Candace can manipulate and string along an audience of people who don't realize they are being played. Instead of being able to grieve properly after one of the most heinous murders in American history, a murder many of us had to witness, my friends have had to endure harassment from people who have gotten whipped up by what Candace is saying. In fact, I would say we have suffered more harassment from these people than we have from Antifa supporters who overtly celebrate Charlie's murder. And just like a lot of those Antifa members, many of these people take this delight in how gross and unpleasant they can be. What our friends have had to endure is not funny, and it's not insignificant. It is evil. I have seen it. For months, we have received hundreds, thousands, I suspect, emails and calls asking us to respond. People have wanted us to invite Candace on the show, but for a long time, our approach was to say nothing. We did that for several reasons. First, we thought that her prevarications were so absurd that nobody would believe them. We shouldn't have to answer questions about secret tunnels or Egyptian Air Force planes. That sort of thing is just, it's beneath contempt to respond to. The second reason we've said so little, though, is because there's a good rule of thumb, which Charlie followed. Do not feed the trolls. Focus on the mission, reviving America, uplifting young people, making heaven crowded. Don't give air to people who want to tear you down and sow discord. Lastly, we didn't respond because Charlie always viewed Candace as a friend, and we were holding out hope that she would return that friendship and stop what she was doing. But a week from now, it's going to be 3 months since Charlie's murder. Candace has not changed her behavior. She has continued to spread falsehoods about Charlie's friends, and she continues to concoct new ones about new people. She's using these falsehoods to enrich herself while dividing the conservative movement at an absolutely critical time for this country. And far too often, we here have heard from ordinary people, people who loved Charlie and who Charlie loved so much in return. These people have expressed the worry that we are staying silent out of cowardice or as some sort of tacit admission that some of the attacks are true. Neither is the case. Our silence has never been, and it will never be, equal to complacency or approval. Still, we decided Charlie would not allow this to go on. Charlie was not a coward. Charlie was a fighter. Charlie would not allow someone to spread lies about the people closest to him with impunity. And he would feel ashamed if other people were stepping up to defend his friends while he never did so himself. Candace has mentioned several times that the ball is in our court. So here's what is going to happen. In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court. Our motivation for doing this is not out of any obligation to Candace. It is about honoring Charlie. We feel a deep responsibility to protect his legacy, his work, and the truth. I feel that. I owe Charlie everything in my life. I feel it immensely. And that is why we feel compelled to speak clearly and openly now. We'll have more on this in the near future.
And that reiterated invitation was put out on X. And the way Candace Owens responded, like he puts out the exact date and time. It'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time. A collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all.
Yeah.
We'll be live streaming from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she's welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of today. That was today at about a little after noon. And no, a little after midnight, excuse me. Candace Owens responded 4 hours ago. Kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times or availability and chose to instead tweet this confirmation out at midnight. Why am I learning about this on X? December 15th does not work in person, and 2 p.m. Pacific time is also the literal time I do my podcast live every day, which you knew. But we will happily cancel the daily podcast and we'll join you guys virtually instead for the live stream on the 15th. If that works on your end, let's lock it in. We'll also add that I am happy to jump on Charlie's show any day before then virtually as well. I was serious when I said we could do it today even. Virtually, I can make it happen pretty much any day because it's easier to move things around with the kids and find someone to sub for my morning homeschooling. By the way, Tim Pool, I believe last night said, quote, of Candace Owens, she's an effing scumbag and she's getting worse every day. So talk about a big old stinking fight.
So you think they'll let her come on there via the satellite imaging?
I think they want it in person.
I know they want it in person, but if you want it, gotta take what you can get. It kind of right.
Virtually.
I mean, you can shame her
at this point.
Because
I don't feel like watching hours of Candace and then hours of that. And
right.
Get in the same freaking room and
put him in the ring, baby. Let's get it on.
We'll see.
Whose security is going to be in charge?
Mossad.
I think it's going to be the French.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
At AMS Studios this holiday season, we are giving the gift of relaxation and renewal of the mind, body, and spirit with a one-size-fits-all option. A gift certificate is perfect for even the hardest to shop for, and we have a menu with services fit for all. For the creature of comfort, we offer massage and pampering facials. For the skin-savvy, medical-grade skincare and treatments, plus so much more. Look at our holiday gift certificate specials on Facebook at AMS Studios and find us Monday through Saturday in downtown Prattville.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only News Talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to James Gowdy with Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. James, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Joey.
Good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And y'all still got big sales, big events going on there over at Sons?
Oh, absolutely, man. We have the wrap up the year sales event going on right now. Just some details on that. We've got up to $16,000 off on our new 2026 Ram, 1,500 Laramies. So that's leather. That's a four-wheel drive truck, or you can get 0% for 60 months. We also have up to $14,000 off on our new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. We also have a really, really low lease special going on right now. Probably the lowest one that I've seen on a Wrangler. It's a 2026 four-door Sport with a hardtop for only $389 a month.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
And then we still have our no payments going on for 90 days. So that's pretty much all the sales going on right now for that event. And then we've got Toy Hill that's starting this weekend. So come on in. We're partnered up with, we've been doing Toy Hill for years up here. But if you come in and buy a new car between now and Christmas, we'll throw in an extra prize. We've got flat screen TVs, so many other gifts that we have available to give to customers that come out and buy a new car. So just come by, see me. We'll be here until 7 o'clock tonight. We're off the Eastern Boulevard, or you can shop us online at suncdjr.com.
Well, I appreciate it again, James, and Merry Christmas again, sir.
Merry Christmas, man.
Again, that's James Gowdy with Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and you were sitting over there going, "Wow,
yeah,
yeah." No, seriously, there are some, especially end of the year,
especially the interest rate, man.
Yeah, end of the year, it's cool what they've been able to do in particular over there at Sons. So we got a whole other hour coming up. Only about 2 minutes left before the top of the hour break. But yeah, honestly, I only have so much bandwidth, so I. Admit fully, I don't watch Candace Owens. Honestly, I don't watch Charlie Kirk show with the guys all the time. I'll catch clips of both every once in a while. I don't even really watch Tim Pool all that much anymore. Like I've learned to just read and be quiet. And occasionally, like the people that do grab me, Tucker definitely has my attention. I like that guy a lot. And he's just getting sillier and sillier and more interesting in certain ways.
It seems like the podcasters have taken on that WWF, just turn it up to 11. So long as people are clicking, they keep getting revenue.
But then, you know, the podfather, the godfather, all this Rogan just keeps on chugging. And like he just had on the CEO of NVIDIA. And it's a great, like that stuff is hard to beat because it's information from the guy who's making this AI revolution happen. So you get to hear that guy explain his point of view on what he's really expert on, but the whole world for 3 hours. Okay, hard to beat that.
Because it's his point of view. It's just not, it's not a 3-minute clip. It's not a 30-second advertisement.
And that's what's frustrating is like Candace goes on a long time for live for 3 hours and wouldn't deny her talent and be able to talk and broadcast. But it's, especially if you are relying on innuendo, you're not outright making the claim, but you're kind of hinting like that's where if you really do cross a line, you're not just having fun and making jokes. That's when you got to get in the same room and hash this out and do it in front of God and everybody.
Well, and when they kind of call you out like that, here's your chance. I mean, even if she does it, you know, via the internet, she needs to be there. I think that if not, she loses a ton of credibility.
We'll see.
They're not going to let an opportunity.
That's kind of my thinking too. You can't let it go.
They'll milk it for a week or two.
Well, and speaking of the kayfabe WWE element to this, of like, there's folks saying, "Don't you sleep on Candace? You invite her into that room, y'all might get whooped." Like verbally.
Well, you got it.
But it'll be interesting because you could see the hurt on that guy's. On Blake Neff, I believe is his name. You can see the hurt on his face as he was reading that out. And that makes sense why they haven't responded yet. It's just like, what are you really still doing this?
But do you feel like, and just your personal opinion, do you feel like she is taking advantage of the situation?
Yes.
I mean, to me, it's blatant obvious, and that's just outside looking in.
I think she's definitely taken advantage of it, but I think someone also needed to be a provocateur in that scenario. Like it was just too weird, man. Like the whole paving over the site. Like
I agree. Agreed.
That is weird. Yeah. So, and this is why she's gotten traction.
Yeah.
In this day and age, we started the show saying, "What the heck do you even believe now?"
To your point, though, it's not news; it's entertainment. And to your point about watching Joe versus some of the more pointed, sharp stuff, like if you hang out on X, you'll walk away after 5-10 minutes feeling schizophrenic.
Yeah, and poisoned.
Yeah, have to go over to Instagram.
Well, you should go to the TikTok.
Oh no, you're the most poisoned bastard I know because of the TikTok.
The TikTok.
Anyway, we gotta hit this top of our break first. This entire hour has been brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. Great folks over there. And if you've just been thinking about it, like maybe I need to refinance, I don't want to get debt off my back. Maybe I want to reinvest back in my property.
Sure. Or maybe you want to go into the new year with a new plan of buying a new house.
There you go.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of the game.
Yep.
You just need to call them straight up. 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. Fill out all the forms online. Then they'll get in touch with you. And you don't have to pull the trigger the first time, the moment you call them.
No, you don't.
It's going to be more like, no, get everything in order so you can make an informed, educated decision.
Yep.
It's probably the biggest purchase in your life.
More than likely, yes.
So go with great local folks that can steer you in the right direction. Again, that's Alabama Home Mortgage. Call Kim and Madeline today. They can help you out. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow and a prominent Trump ally, has filed paperwork to run for governor of Minnesota in 2026. Lindell registered a campaign committee with Minnesota's Campaign Finance Board, allowing him to raise the funds needed. A man arrested by the FBI in its investigation into who placed pipe bombs in Washington prior to the January 6, 2021 riot at the Capitol has been charged with an explosives offense. Attorney General Pam Bondi identified the man as Brian Cole Jr. President Trump hosted the Congolese and Rwandan presidents for a deal signing aimed at securing peace in eastern Congo. The White House lauded the peace signing as historic. It comes to also open up access to eastern Congo's critical minerals for the U.S. government and American companies. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average struggling now. It's down 133 points. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-226-5454. That's 800-226-5454. 800-226-5454.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips-Shimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips-Shimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Not exactly a Chamber of Commerce forecast. Rather cloudy, wet at times over the next couple of days. Today, a chilly day, cloudy with a high temperature only in the lower 50s. Spotty rain around at times today and this evening. Then rain becomes likely by late tonight, Friday night. Low tonight, 44. Friday's high may not make it out of the 40s. Then there could be some leftover showers on Saturday with a high temperature up to about 57. Sunday's looking better with sunshine and a high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville wants to see more narco-terrorist boats blown up rather than less. Tuberville is fully supporting the Trump administration and its efforts to stop the importation of drugs from countries such as Mexico and Venezuela. Tuberville was on Fox Business saying he's opposed to the War Powers resolution being offered by Senate Democrats along with sole Republican Rand Paul of Kentucky. The War Power resolutions would restrain the actions of the U.S. military.
Where were they, Dagan, when Obama had 580 bombings with drones and killed innocent people, thousands of people? Where were they? And we're talking about one bombing here of a Venezuelan a radical drug boat and terrorist that was bombed and people were killed. We need to kill them all. They're killing Americans every day. We have people that are trying to support these people. Where are we going wrong here? President Trump's exactly right. Kill every damn one of them, and we can eradicate this.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
A human skull that was found by a dog at a property in Center Point this past summer has now been identified. The skeletal remains are that of a visually impaired man, 25-year-old Curtis Taylor Jr. He was last seen by family members in February of 2024. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. For over 21 years, Blue Water Broadcasting has been a proud part of the River region. We're not just a company, we're your neighbors. Our owners, air staff, account executives, and support team all live right here. We believe in this community, and we stand by our slogan, Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Businesses have trusted our family at Delta for their printing needs since 1979. Today, Delta does business printing and so much more. We print invitations, Christmas cards, Canva, and Etsy files in as little as 24 hours. We can also print and address the envelopes, saving you time and money. Come see us at 5757A Atlanta Highway or call 271-COPY or shop at letdeltadoit.com. When you need printing, copying, gifts, signs, or more, let Delta do it.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader and Byron Sheehy here in the studio with me.
Hey, going to looking at the topics and everything, mentioned Coach, the article. Why don't we just call it the cartel? Why are we still referring to it as like a formal country?
Oh, about Venezuela?
Yeah. Why don't we just say we're going to go attack the cartel?
I think that's what they've now started to say.
Yeah.
Like it, especially Trump team. They're like, in particular, I can pull up. Trump was asked about it in the Oval Office yesterday. And I think he says something to the effect of, oh, actually land strikes are about to begin. And so if the idea is more like what we're doing is essentially a Python slow grip on the cartel, and this particular one, we think we can, it sends a message to everybody else if we kind of show, here's what we can do to them. Hey, Mexico. Hey, you other folks.
Yeah, that's what I kind of think we're doing.
I'm saying, I think this bleeds over probably into Colombia, a little bit of
well, and also
places, so
it is
PR-wise.
And folks need to think of it in terms of this is an international thing.
Right. That's my point.
Yeah. In the sense that a lot of these illegal drug money flows, as well as human trafficking and other things, you got to wonder where all this money goes to. Like, who's actually helping to fund these massive operations? Is it the Brits and the Europeans? Possibly.
Reptilians.
Like, I've heard that theory that the Brits have still been playing the British Empire's great game, pitting superpowers
all
against
the
one
royal
another.
families.
Right.
You know?
And that, but of course, China is an obvious
That'd be me to
people
me.
point at, the Russians that people point at. So this is, I think, more about stopping this massive money flow in and outflows, and also putting some people down.
Yeah, but eventually you'll be able to tell who was benefiting because when all of a sudden their income is not coming in anymore, and the only difference is we're blowing up boats.
Right.
Yeah, but if they're not the top of the pyramid, you may not really truly know where it's
I got a feeling, and I'm just wondering, but I got a wondering feeling how many senators get calls when the boat blows up.
What banks do you think he stores all that narcotics money in?
I don't think it'd be hard to corrupt bankers.
No, the vast majority of the cartel operations are through American
and
Bank.
They own the bank, essentially.
Well, and yeah, this is what brings up the idea. Stop thinking in terms of nations. Start thinking in terms of cliques that are transnational, that go across borders.
Corporations,
and has, corporations, banks,
and nonprofits now.
Let's just say certain interests that are, sometimes ideological, they align. It's like the idea of, for instance, the American Revolution. There are a lot of folks in the UK that want the Americans to win.
Oh,
because
yes,
they're liberals too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that goes on where it's the conservative interest or the liberal interest, however you want to define it, does cross borders. And it isn't as neat and as pretty. And I think everybody should have learned this, if anything, by now. it's not obvious that the people we elect actually run stuff when it really matters.
What?
Right. It should just be common sense.
It should be, but it's still, and I know this as well as anybody, but it's still just such a slap in the face when you know this. So
Right.
I have to acknowledge that.
But here's Trump yesterday looking way too confident about this, but this is just, classic
I like the
Trump.
haircut.
Yeah, it's looking all right.
Mr. President, if it is found that survivors were actually killed while clinging onto that boat, should Secretary Hegseth, Admiral Bradley, or others be punished?
I think you're going to find that this is war, that these people were killing our people by the millions, actually, if you look over a few years. I think last year we lost close to 300,000 people were killed. That's not mentioning all the families. Have you seen what happens with the families of not only the people killed, the people that are trying to get their son or their daughter off of this poison that they've been fed? I think you're going to find that there's a very receptive ear to doing exactly what they're doing, taking out those boats. And very soon we're going to start doing it on land too, because we know every route, we know every house, we know where they manufacture this crap, we know where they put it all together. And I think you're going to see it very soon on land also. Yeah, please.
So to be clear, you support the decision to kill survivors after the
No, I support the decision to knock out the boats, and whoever's piloting those boats, most of them are gone, but whoever are piloting those boats, they're guilty of trying to kill people in our country. Yeah, please.
So pretty straightforward, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Question is like, what is that? What do you mean by land attacks? It sounds like what he just said. We know where you live. Yeah. We know your processing center. We know your entire infrastructure. We're not trying to necessarily topple Maduro. To your point, no, we're taking over the cartel and destroying them.
Yeah, but he's letting you know, I'm not sending the CIA. I'm doing this in your face.
And I saw Maduro doing this whole like military parade with 50,000 troops. And I'm like, good luck being above ground, gentlemen.
Did he really try to negotiate at some point? Have you picked that up anywhere?
There, yes, but also I think not in a good faith way.
I mean,
not in the way Trump and Team want.
I assume that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another question. I hadn't looked at Trump in a couple of weeks, but how long has he had the gray?
The gray? That might just be lighting. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I mean, it looks good, but I'm used to the blonde.
I still think he needs to go like shave it and grow a beard.
Well, Matt Gaetz looked like a normal human.
Yeah,
being
you were saying that the other day, so I
maybe
wondered
it's
something
the
going
lighting.
around.
Yeah.
By the way, can I just do a little quick palate cleanser here? Because this is a Matt Gaetz classic. Came back up on everybody's feeds for whatever reason. Remember, I used to call him the shiny bastard, but he's our shiny bastard. So
Count Chocula.
Gotta love him. This is like classic hold your frame moment by Matt Gaetz. Let's listen in and remind folks.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with
What's
wrong with telling somebody be offended? What's wrong with
What's wrong with his opinion?
Yes. What's wrong with that? I don't understand
That's
that.
just mean. And why is that even germane to the
No,
topic?
mean is
Why'd
keeping
you
your
ask the
opinion to
question?
yourself. Right. Mean is keeping your opinion to yourself, and you keep that, just bottled down deep inside until one day you blow up.
Here's what's happened: is the shame game by the left, or not even the left, though they're a big part of it, but like the mainstream, official sources, legitimate, prestigious sources.
Oh, yes.
The shame game has been completely flipped on them. They'll be like, shame on you. Go, oh, shame on your fat ass.
Right.
Like, and they're like, oh my God, you can't say that.
Dare you?
No, I just did. And I mean it.
Yes.
And look at the crowd. They agree with me, not you anymore.
Right.
And you can't catch me, so.
All right. Anyway, let's go to Papa B. Hey, Papa B.
Yeah, they are fat and ugly.
No, Papa.
I tickled him.
Trust your eyes.
God gave them to you for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you gotta love what's going on. And people are like, yes, back in the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s, all that would have worked, but no more, pal. We're not gonna be extorted for niceness' sake, as all the while, the real trouble is coming from these three. No more.
No, and
So,
it reminds me of
yeah.
that one scene. I can't remember. The husband rolls up. I think he used to be on Married with Family, but some movie. It's just become a meme where he rolls up and goes, "Oh, hey, Pam," and his wife goes, "We're not friends with Pam. Eat up, Pam."
Yep.
Oh my God, you can't say that. I'm like, yeah, this did. This did.
Oh, the truth shall set you free, Joey. You know, and it certainly has. It set us all free. Tell the truth and shame the devil. When when you see somebody bad and ugly and they're doing something crazy, it's okay to say, "Hey, that's wrong." You ask the question though, who all is making the money from the drugs? Well, who's not making money?
Sure.
It'd be easier to figure that out, pal.
Well said.
You know, Port Authority, you know, elements of the CIA and the FBI and the DNC and the BLM and the Trans. Who's not making money?
Me?
Well, there's probably a very generous interest payment to all these banks laundering this
certainly.
money too. Yeah.
Oh, well, absolutely. You know,
Get
the
my loan
bankers
straight
are
through
all
you.
in on it. Heck yeah. Oh, God, we don't know where the came from.
Mhm.
It's cash coming in. We just, you know, we do charge a little, you know, fee for service.
Sure.
Blah, 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 blah.
But the money is so
You know.
ridiculous you're making off the drugs, you don't even notice it's gone.
Which made me laugh, by the way, when they're like, Bitcoin's used for illegal activity. I'm like, you ever heard of the US dollar?
Hey, if I find a Bitcoin, is there cocaine on it? Like the US dollar?
Yeah, you know, but you're right, Joey. International organized crime syndicate and drugs, human trafficking, all of that is part of this whole little, you know, corrupt bargain thing that's going on. And I'm wondering now. We're just now getting details. You know, that pipe bomber guy.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to bet the odds are that it's the Trans Tifa guy?
I thought it was a chick. I thought when we all saw the first video of him walking, I thought it was a woman.
That's what FBI sources have already fed the media, that he has that sort of tie, but I've not seen like detailed breakdown on that.
Yeah, I thought they analyzed the gate.
Yeah, that's why I was like watching him walk in that video.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
in NBC reports as well as many other reports, and FBI sources confirm pipe bomb suspect has ties to quote unquote anarchist ideology. And I don't think they're talking about anarcho-capitalists.
Right.
Like, I really believe in Murray Rothbard.
Don't think
like,
they
I
are,
don't think
Joey.
that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about somebody that. Yeah. Oh no. What is the favorite thing? Oh, he's a white nationalist. No.
He's just autistic and read too many books.
And so,
that's all he is.
But okay. So back up just a second. So right there today, also before the announcement of this guy getting arrested, we had heard that there was rumors of, you know, them going to be moving on somebody. But there was a news article that came out about 10 people or so in the D.C. area that had been arrested, and then this guy got arrested. Did you see that? Did
I
you
didn't
catch
see that. No, I did not.
Yeah. This is not just, you know, one guy doing something. It looks to me like, you know, some conspiracy.
Yeah, there's no doubt. One dude's not going to. I just don't see one guy doing that.
Can we get a popcorn machine in here?
Oh, I love popcorn. The smell of fresh
Seriously,
popcorn.
like, because I want to be in the camp because there's all these people making bank, like Candace Owens are always like, I know, and they know I know, and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know anything. Make some popcorn. Let's keep watching the movie.
Let's figure this out. Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna like how this movie ends when it does end. It's kind of scary ride though. I got to tell you, you know, tense, chewing the fingernails. Oh my gosh, we're all gonna, you know, lose the country and all that. But I got a feeling that things are gonna kind of work out in the end. Call me a optimist. I don't care. I got a feeling though. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks a lot. Let me call in. I'll talk to y'all again later. Okay.
See ya, Papa B.
So we're pretty much like a dark comedy.
At this
I'm
point,
down
yeah.
with that, yeah.
I'm down with that too. Yeah.
Much better.
Well,
than
and
we
then
were.
there's like these little, that's what's so bizarre about online. You have these little oasis of like just adorable, like kittens and dogs and like just also wholesome moments. Let me do this for a second. This is some like factory worker who's a big old boy. This dude looks like a donut. Woo, that's a big old boy, Annie. Big old.
Works over in assembly.
Yeah. What is that?
Works over in GA. A lot of big guys like that work in GA over at Hyundai.
Does the girth help?
No, you would think it hold them up, but it don't.
Holds them down.
Yeah, it don't.
So you can tell he's in some massive factory warehouse or something to that effect. And big old boy, easily over 300, probably 400.
Yeah, he's pushing 4.
And, you know, I don't want to make fun of his girth because listen, he has the voice of an angel.
All my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be standing here today, because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you.
Nailed it.
And defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
So you never know. You could see the big old dude working next to you day in, day out, and then he just fucking belt it, baby. And it's so there's stuff like that where you're like, well, that's awesome.
Yeah. At Hyundai every year they had talent contests, and you'd see guys like that come out of the woodwork. You're like, dude,
right.
Where you been hiding this the whole time?
Right. So it is what a bizarre time because it's like, and that's again what I keep going back to is like all the, especially the news and stuff that's purposely being manipulated. Everything's a psyop. Go back to the wholesome stuff, like just a great song, like Mike Benz, who's constantly like looking at the CIA and the statecraft stuff. He just shared a video of it's this looks like brother and sister, just with 2 acoustic guitars, and they're singing "Crazy," crazy for feeling, you know. And it's like, yeah, take a moment, enjoy the finer things in life or the more wholesome things in life. Yeah, actually connect with people. Or if you're going to stay online, perpetually find the good stuff.
It kind of reminds me of, before your time, Andy Griffith, when I heard Jim Nabors sing for the first time. You know, Jim Nabors was goober. He's just goofy as he could be.
Yeah.
Then you hear him sing, you're like, holy crap.
Yeah, man. You never know. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, George is old. I just need a number.
Just need a number?
Yeah, I know. When you advertisers, the advertisers that come out do free inspections of your roof.
Oh, that'd be a River Region contract.
Yes, sir. It's the best in the business.
I'll you ready to write it down?
Yeah, I'm ready.
356-8635.
356-8635.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Oh.
Well, appreciate you.
You tell them we said hello.
Okay, wait a minute. Boy, that's a bad handwriting. You said 85.
No, 356.
356. 356-8635.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day. Don't be a doctor.
He must have been in the middle of doing something. So how can I write this down?
You couldn't have set that up any better.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Anyway, yeah, it just I always have these ups and downs of like, okay, are we going to another war, and who's actually the spy or the provocateur?
You never
is
know.
the FBI actually telling the truth about the pipe bomber and all that?
It's kind of is bliss. And to your point about your own mental health, like the more we as individuals unplug, the more of us do it, the less influence they have. So in a way, we are actually winning.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Now, you told me just a second ago off air that I've seen too much. I've been red pilled too much.
Yeah.
And it's a great old Michael Malice line. You take one red pill, not the whole damn bottle.
Yeah, don't take the whole bottle.
And there's some folks who have been taking the entire bottle. I'll put it that way. But
years too.
Of course, this is, y'all know the origins of the red pill.
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
So now the Wachowski brothers.
Well, one of them.
Now sisters. They're both transition.
Let's call them brothers still. Just
Transitioned filmmaker Lily Wachowski, is finally coming to terms with the Matrix having been appropriated by conservative culture. Gave a recent interview saying that the appropriation of quote unquote red pilling by the conservative right is fascism. Is it? Well, I think actually it shows up early with Mencius Moldbug, and Curtis Yarvin is his real name. He's now out and whatever you think of Yarvin. He is a monarchist, and he's got some interesting theories on all of the world. Very smart guy. I think he's very good at diagnosis, not necessarily good at how to solve issues. But he definitely is one who starts to popularize that on certain fringes. But his claim is immediately the neo-Nazis stole it from him. And then immediately the pickup artist people stole it from him. So being red-pilled as a pickup artist, you start to realize, oh, actually, most people and most interactions with women are not about what you rationally say or anything like that. It's all about the, certain triggers and things emotional responses that you can elicit. And then it started to mean, I think in the last, say, 5 to 10 years, much more about what I think Moldbug initially meant. You start to see, oh, this isn't just democracy. And we vote, and the people we vote for are in charge and stuff. You start to go, oh, wait. There's this whole governing structure that nobody gets to vote for.
Right.
And it's been running the place for a long time.
Pretty much on
and it's in media and it's in universities and it's kind of just all throughout the oligarchy, as we call it.
How do we stop it, Joey?
We can't. I mean, in some cases we can't. I mean, of course, some things could happen. We could. But when the president has to be read in on certain type of programs because he doesn't have clearance. The president of the United States does not have clearance.
Yep.
I mean, come on. That's a different world.
I agree, but I've never thought that'd be an issue until the previous president we had. I'm glad that he didn't know everything there was to know.
Right, but I mean, just as far as who's actually in charge?
Yeah, who's in charge?
Who's running the show? Well, it's multiple groups on different issues, and the people who are smart enough to have the wealth, they don't stay in one sector. They manipulate all of it, right? And we're the schmuts who just sit here and stay in our lanes.
We're the worker bees, man.
Keep making us profits.
I don't know. Like Yarvin's point of view is you need a new, like what brought about the Constitution. You need a new FDR, essentially. You need a president with the power of essentially the king. Other people say, no. You can, and it's already happened. You can tear down, say, the prestige media, the voice of this place.
Yeah.
And you can build up a counter, say, cultural oligarchy, like a loose grouping of folks that are taking that on. Will it work? I don't know. Also, another part is the brain, which would be the university systems. And I think without even thinking about it, that are not even taking a single red pill, even people that are still blue pill are starting to go, is it worth it? Just going to college, paying all this money or taking out this money?
It seems to be an indoctrination. It's not. Yes. And I know when we were younger, you guys experienced the same thing. I did lean more towards a Democratic point of view. However, I quickly learned there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Oh, amen.
And if you're getting a free lunch, it costs somebody else their lunch.
But also look at the underlying technological revolution that's happening with AI, robotics, and quantum.
The Robux.
Yeah. The robots?
Yeah, Robux.
And I just saw a Wall Street Journal piece. Your partner will want to see this, where they brought in the new humanoid robot and bought one, has it in her house. This reporter does.
She's all into it,
and it's sitting there right next to her, just like chopping up like veggies for a stew or something.
I don't know if I'd have it.
Creepy.
That. I guess I would, but
yeah, it can do all sorts of stuff around the kitchen. It can make the bed. It can do a bunch of stuff.
I won't be able to afford one, so I'll just have to admire y'all.
They're not that.
Especially the ones now, because it's just some dude in India that's really running it.
It's all remote control, for instance. Yes, it really is.
So we're safe after all. Is what you're telling me.
I mean, that is the most pathetic thing I've heard. Is these people thought they bought a robot.
Well, and the initial thing where it is going to make a lot of sense is old folks,
elderly
that
care.
don't have
doubt.
This is a cheaper way of doing, and it's not even elderly care in the sense of medical care. It's more like they can't take out the trash. They can't do their yard.
Just sitting with them. Right. Just sitting with them. That's a huge challenge today.
But still, it's a little creepy too.
I dress them up,
man.
Yeah. But anyway, this underlying technological shift Does it suggest that we're going to stay a just strict democracy? Because it seems like what it's doing is centralizing power and authority like crazy. So I don't care if you call yourself an American Democratic Republic or you call yourself the People's Republic of China or whatever system of government you claim to have. As soon as somebody gets these tools and they're all integrated, like you're going to have this immense power disparity.
I mean, economically, capitalism is how we accumulate wealth. We kind of build things. If we don't have that platform to do any of that, that's going to change the politics as much as anything. I mean, it's just the inherent need to manage people's time in some ways, form, or fashion. Are we all going to become philosophers and artists? Maybe, but we're still going to have some sort of a judgment, some sort of a system to reward.
Well, and and we've had this debate before, like, what do you do? There are some folks that are in the camp of literally create jobs that aren't economically profitable, but they give people purpose and meaning. And it creates a certain ambiance and lifestyle. So like the example they give is like a lamplighter. Like you get money for being a lamplighter and that's the job you do. And you help run the community in a certain way. And you could have all sorts of jobs that are not exactly, you're not making money off doing that, but it gives you, again, a vocation.
What if somebody else wants to be the lamplighter?
Well, yeah, there could be a little bit of like competition. Sign up for what job you want. There are other folks that are more in the like, just hedonism, baby.
That's all it's going to happen. That's all I can see happen.
Because some people are already there. Just put them in a pod with their virtual reality. They can go slay dragons, or they can go fight the next war virtually. Your burrito is sent, just delivered right to you.
Out of a tube at that point.
Like, I mean, and so it's like the Matrix. Like you're plugged into.
I did see a study. So there's a feature in AI when people stop using a certain word. I think it's a 2% threshold. They will completely bury it. There was some percentage, it was maybe like 5-6% of the English language over the past few years that's no longer in use on the internet. So if we don't kind of stay to our roots, if we really do rely on all the animation, we're going to digress.
Well, and
I think so too.
I was talking about it earlier, and you always got to look to the great artists or authors, people. There's something about intuitive, like artists. They are able to almost predict the future in a way. They just think about so much that's even pop culture stuff. Like look at old Star Trek. You're like, oh, look at that sci-fi stuff. And now we got stuff more advanced than they could ever have thought of. But I always go back to Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. And if you don't know the full plot of that, I'm not going to spoil everything. But let's just say there's a Brave New World where people are set in a certain caste from test tube. Nobody actually births babies in a normal way. And you have your alphas that run everything all the way down to your epsilons who like sweep the streets. And it's a completely managed society. Everybody belongs to everybody. So you can't have private love or romance.
Ooh.
You go to things called the feelies where you see like it's sensual pleasured movies and all sorts of stuff like that. But the entire world isn't that way. There is still the world of the savages, so to speak. One of the main characters, John the Savage, if I'm remembering correctly, he has these memories. He's brought into the Brave New World and he thinks it's hell. And he can't. And by the way, everybody is kept in their place in their caste. If they do start having private feelings or thinking like they're not happy, they have what's called soma. Take a little bit of soma, it'll take your anxiety away. Take a little more soma, it'll take your pain away. Taking more soma will put you to sleep. You take a long, long nap. Like soma, and everybody gets their soma rations. It's not like we're there now, right? Right.
Well,
but the one thing that John the Savage keeps going back to is quoting the Bible and Shakespeare. And everybody in the Brave New World has forgotten that stuff. And I think Huxley wisely picks those two because everyday language, people are quoting the Bible and Shakespeare all the time. They don't even know it. And so if you kind of recall your roots and things and you put it to heart and it can't be taken away from you. Now, you can be made a sideshow, and that's how that thing ends. He ends up a sideshow. Like, look at the Savage doing his weird rituals. And it's just, they turn it into entertainment. Again, it's not like we're there, right? where everything's commodified, turned into entertainment, and drugs keep people happy.
But
We're not
he,
there.
He didn't care if he was a sideshow. He was happy doing his
Living his life.
Yeah, like just give me the ability to make my own mistakes and have the experience. Like truly be human.
But so you start thinking these things through, and you're like, okay, yeah, maybe it is time to unplug. And what's fascinating is more and more the big tech people are starting to say it publicly. Like, no, like Elon said the other day, like, well, the real experiences will be like in person stuff. Like, we'll be so like in like a deluge of information and stuff all the time. You'll want just real things.
You want something you can reach out and touch.
Think about how valuable EQ or extrovert, like people who want to be social.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a commodity in the future.
Yeah.
So many of these kids are behind screens for hours on end. I don't even think they know how to or want to interact with people that much.
As we covered the other day, the devil's plan to ruin the next generation. I think Jonathan Haidt, like I've been going back and forth, especially with Senator Britt talking about how do we control the social media things for young people. There are going to be different ways to go. And it's always the devil's in the details. But I do like the idea. Why do we wait for like 16 or 15 at least before you can get your driver's permit? Because driving's dangerous, right?
Correct. Mental awareness.
Right.
Yeah.
Think driving or constantly looking at those screens is more dangerous for you in the long run.
Combine the two. Oof, God.
I just realized. I think if babies could drive, they'd probably sell them cars.
But you know what I'm saying? I think there should be a sort of wall, a huge wall for young folks before they get to jump into the digital garden. And almost what we need to come up with are rites of passage too, like preparing, like we can't stop you at a certain point of looking at this stuff, but we have not developed with our technology, like actual human based rites of passage and having those root memories that have nothing to do with the virtual world.
Yeah, agreed. But we can't even, I hate to say this, but we're at a population now where you can't even have the adult talk with your kids without the use of at least them going to technology.
Oh, I know.
It's
bad.
I mean, I'm just old school. I just like the answer mamas and daddies. I mean, the fact that we're having to put safeguards around from the societal aspect.
I'm with you.
I'm with you on that, but unfortunately, not everybody's mom and daddy's that great.
I get that.
Yeah, there are a lot of mamas and daddies that are also kind of baffled by it too. They might even mean well and want to help, but they just don't
understand.
They don't know how to fight it.
Yeah.
They're exhausted.
Yeah.
They don't have the means to do it.
No, I get that.
Going to have a black market for cell phones for 13-year-olds, man.
Anyway, we got to hit this break first. This part of the program, again, brought to you by Dylan Rings. What did we say earlier? They have items over there. Get your Christmas shopping done because it's 15 to 70%
you said up to
off.
70% off on some things over there.
Yeah, so if you want to get a great Christmas gift, they have an amazing inventory over there, from high-end jewelry items to that everyday jewelry that's fun but not going to break the bank or anything like that. Like a little charm bracelet.
Jewelry. We should have did charms when we did ours.
Okay, you know what I wanted to say.
I know. Just saying.
But they can help you across the board. Or maybe you want to like spruce up like a favorite piece of jewelry the wife wears all the time. Get a spa treatment so it shines and shimmers like it's brand new again. Of course, they can do repairs, custom design work. They can do it all there when it comes to jewelry at Dylan Rings. Just stop by today. That's 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie Ryder that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web, at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
This season, Guardian Credit Union is here to make your holidays merry, bright, and financially right. Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or planning a cozy getaway, we've got you covered. With holiday loans, checking solutions, and fraud protection tools, you can spend with confidence. And Guardian's mobile app makes it easy to keep track of your holiday budget. Stop by one of our branches and let us be your holiday helper. From all of us at Guardian, happy holidays. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Visit Rich's Car Wash today and save money this year by joining their Unlimited Wash Club. A new year means new adventures, so keep your ride clean, dry, and shiny. Enjoy detailing perks included with your wash like towels, mat cleaners, air fresheners, and more. Get to Rich's Car Wash today or visit them online at richescarwash.com to sign up for their Unlimited Wash Club. Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's not a very pleasant forecast over the next few days, but we do need the rain. Another round of rain comes into the area later on this evening and tonight. It continues through the overnight hours, and this will repeat itself over and over again with periods of rain and a cold rain tomorrow night, lingering into Saturday. It doesn't rain all the time. There are several dry hours. Low tonight, 43. High tomorrow up to about 51. I've got us near 54 Saturday, and then on Sunday there could be a leftover shower early in the day, then improvement later with a high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
But I just thought of the difference, Eddie Bader. Continuing that conversation on air.
Yeah.
You've had me for these last several years. I've been hoping to sting you as a gadfly into changing.
Sure, but I read that many times that once you're in your 50s, you reinvent yourself again.
Or is that just like a midlife crisis?
I'm kind of hoping it's a
like,
true
am I going to
thing.
show up at your lake house and you're going to be blasting Whitesnake fixing the car?
That actually happens sometimes. My wife comes home. I'll be having an 80s concert in the man cave, and
no, there's nothing wrong with that. I do that too. I did a 90s concert the other day.
Oh, really?
I admit it. It's a little fruity, but I put on some like
when it starts
90s.
rocking,
It's my
what do you
era.
do?
It was 90s pop. And I mean, there's some I skipped. I'm like, I can't do Spice Girls at the moment.
Really?
Skip.
Hate that one. Missed out.
But yeah, you know, it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
90s was an eclectic decade.
Yeah,
Oh, very
it
much
was.
so.
Yeah, it was really good music. But then you hit that weird, overproduced pop thing. And by the way, that has definitely made a comeback.
It has.
Like that corporate machine music.
It has.
Which I'm not denying the people involved with its talent, but it just doesn't feel
almost
human.
hypnotic. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you start adding it to your animated movies. Like I watched, because Lucy loves it, and it wasn't a bad movie, but it was also a little like Zootopia.
Zootopia.
And I was like, it's a very cute movie.
Yeah, it was.
Well-made movie, but whenever I start seeing it's like, we now have to do a dance and a song at
But
the
you gotta
end.
do it. In the kids' movie, you got to have singing and
It's-
dancing.
I'll put it this way, to use a nice word, the Disneyfication of things.
Yes.
Like, and there's a time and a place for that, but it's
Jungle Book.
You ever
it's,
see the
it
Jungle
doesn't.
Book?
Sometimes it's like
You got to keep their attention. I mean, going back to the screens and everything, they
Bare
can't keep their,
necessity.
the attention span. I think used to be 15 seconds, and now it's about 3.5, 6,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range for
Yeah.
most of the kids.
That's
So if it's not always popping and moving,
Oh, that's true. No, and my my brother and his wife have purposely shown her. She does watch a newer one called Bluey. She
Bluey,
loves-
yeah.
She loves Bluey.
Yeah, lots of kids are fans of the Bluey.
And I watch it with her. I'm like, I get it. It's a cute show. But they've purposely done old shows. So Blue's Clues, Little Bear, like because they said the new stuff is like crack.
It is, man.
Like it's not good for them.
And if you watch it, even as an adult, you watch it, you're like, what is this? This is it. You're getting so many colors and sound and things just coming together. It's hard to make any sense of it. It's almost sensory overload.
I watched 4 episodes of Pete the Cat over Thanksgiving, man.
Pete the Cat.
Pete the Cat.
Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Oh, it's just me, Joey.
Hey, what's up, man?
You know, having a couple of grandkids, 6 and 8, I taught them early how to play blackjack, and I would take their money if I, because it's luck. There ain't no skill to it. My daughter's like, "Hey, you guys said, how they doing in math at school, girl child?" It's like, perfect. I said, they add and subtract, ain't they? Because they know Pop will take that 12 from them if they don't know learn how to add and subtract.
I think that's a smart move.
It's good rearing.
You got to teach them now. And I tell you, Byron had it right. That boy from Black, Alabama, he got some raisins back in the day. Ain't you, Geneva County boy?
Yes, sir.
Why'd they name Black? You know, I've asked them old timers, and they ain't come up with an answer yet.
I think that was Milton, some of his people.
Oh, is that right?
Nah. But he's the only person I know who lives in Black or from Black.
Anyway, but you right, it's the parenting. See, when my children got 16 and I handed them the keys to the car, they were flat on empty, enough gas to get to the gas station. And they would go, "It's empty." "Yep, gas is on you." And come to find out, they won't ride near as much on their gallon of gas as they would have on my gallon.
Of course.
Makes sense.
Of course.
Wait, you're just doing circles around the house though to like how did you ended up getting so low on the tank?
Went up and down the driveway a few times.
Well, they figured out pretty quick when they went to work and made that minimum wage. They would ride with their buddies a whole lot more than they would take their car.
Yep.
So
it's parenting, and you got to be wise with it. You know,
Amen.
Eddie, you'll figure it out, son.
One day I will.
Tell me this: with all that going on with the double tap today, if you were the admiral, could you resist asking those damn congressmen, would you rather get shot or ate by a shark? I think we did them a favor by double tapping them myself.
Thank you very
And
much.
just replay that scene from Jaws as the response.
Yeah.
And
Either
then,
that or you got to launch a rescue. You don't need all that.
With Trump slowing down the supply side, what's an 8-ball running nowadays?
I don't know, Byron. What you hear about an 8-ball nowadays?
I'm too broke, my buddy.
By the way, Hegseth, folks probably already know, but he did not order the double tap. The Washington Post was just damn wrong.
Oh,
so
shocking.
Oh, no.
Shocking.
I bet you the admiral didn't even order it. It's probably someone below him.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
If you were the pilot in that big billion-dollar aircraft,
Right.
would you have resisted taking another shot?
Yeah.
No, and I think they described it
Eliminate
as like actually the guys were not just alive, but calling for like backup and let's get more, let's make sure we find this stuff.
Mhm.
Like it's not completely destroyed and pick it back up. So yeah, there you go.
Pretty sure Venezuela doesn't have a Coast Guard. Wasn't nobody coming to their rescue.
That's true. So true.
Well,
So, man, that's just nonsense. These people have lost their ever-loving mind.
that was part of the explanation. I don't know if it was a Coast Guard. It might have been more members from the cartel.
I love how they just act like these folks were delivering Girl Scout cookies.
I
man.
know. Right.
But Eddie, when you go down to Jamaica, I wouldn't recommend eating any fish. That stuff's full of fentanyl and coke. There's some happy fish in the Caribbean right now.
He's actually answering a call here. But Eddie, don't be eating the fish down there in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Okay. I got to run, man. I got to hit a break. Appreciate the call as always. 272-9228. If you want to try to get in, we do have to hit this last break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, and they're at the Goodson Group. They're ready to help you if you're looking to buy or sell a home or property here in the River Region real estate market. Bo's been helping folks out for about half a century now, which is a lot of experience. He's seen it all, been through it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and he can steer you in the right direction. And not only can they help you buying and selling property, they also have management services available should you want to rent out your home. It's a very reasonable fee and a great way for you to have a performing asset if you want to turn that property into a rental investment. So y'all check out the Goodson Group today. You can always go to thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor of the program.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Calling all food lovers, Epicure is where your taste buds come to party. Start with the best steaks in the Southeast. And yes, we're bragging. The Brazilian flap steak? Forget everything you knew about steak. And the pasta? Let's just say it makes that OG chain Italian pasta seem pretty forgettable. Pair it all with 58 beers on tap, a killer wine list, and pick 2 dinners for $52.99. Dinners served Tuesday through Saturday, 5 to 9. Epicure, your new foodie obsession.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m. Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1. WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Closing moments of the program. You weren't able to get a hold of Ray Bull?
Nope. I think he's laying rug somewhere, Joey.
All right. Laying down some carpet.
Yep.
So if y'all are looking for some brand new carpet, and he talked about doing a secret job the other day.
Yeah, which is a
pretty
great idea.
Like the guy told him how to avoid the ring camera.
Yep, told him to sneak in the house and measure the master bedroom.
Right. Put new carpet down.
Put new carpet down. And then on top of that, when they kind of put the new carpet down, they've got to dodge the ring camera again.
So
it's a total surprise.
But it's a complete surprise
pretty
for
cool.
the wife. And when he said that's like a 2-hour job, like they can very quickly. If you're just looking to resurface, say, one room in the house, they can get that done very quick for you. So again, it could be brand new carpeting, traditional hardwood,
ceramic tile.
Don't forget the epoxy floors they now do for the
garages. They look so good.
Awesome. Or maybe you got like a back patio,
and
just instead of just slab, like have something that almost like flows into the yard or the deck or something like that.
A friend of mine's got a barnuminium, and that's what I suggest you do with this floor because you got that big concrete floor.
So whatever you look for, they're going to have it there at Prattville Carpet. 285-8117. That's 285-8117. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We got time to talk to TS. Hey, TS.
Hey, TS.
Joey?
How are you doing?
This will only, I'm quite well, thank you. This will only take a minute because we only have like 3. Way back in the show, when you guys were talking about the Montgomery kids and what's going on, just my personal opinion from being a retired teacher.
Yes.
They need fathers, good fathers in their household. Period.
True. Can't argue with that.
No, that's what they need. Right in their homes, not somewhere off on the streets or anything. They need dads, good, wholesome Christian dads, and that'll take care of it all.
Yeah, because kids don't really respond to lectures, especially on moral matters and behaving. What they need is a flesh and blood, real model example of how to be.
that.
Yeah, and there was mamas and papas, and they're great people, but they can't control these crazy kids in Montgomery or anywhere else in our nation. They need dads, real dads. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Good call.
Yes. The issue is how long have people been saying that?
Yeah, true.
And across the board, it ain't getting better. And across a lot of different communities.
Maybe a call for men to step it up.
Yeah.
Not the worst idea in the world, man.
Why are you looking at me?
Just saying.
Anyway,
done my part.
On that awkward note, we got to get out of here. Happy hour's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.